What's up, everyone? Time for another Frontstretch watch party. I'm back after a week off because I was in Martinsville for the Goodyear 400. Here, the throwback weekend. Wyatt, Watson, Caleb Barnes, they were here both last week, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
We were.
yeah.
We were.
Yes, so we're here to watch a race and enjoy some fun racing at Darlington. Gents, first, hope everyone's doing well. Two, let's dive right into this. Before we ask for picks, let's ask the simple question: is Throwback Weekend favorite throwback scheme?
Ooh, favorite throwback scheme? Heavily biased opinion here, but if we're throwing back to 2015, this counts at this point. Robbie Gordon's Jim Beam, his Jim Beam paint schemes from like the late 2000s, early 2010s. Really love those games.
No, what is
Yeah,
your
like-
favorite throwback scheme today? at Darlington?
Oh, okay. I don't.
in the field.
No, in the
Yeah, out of
field.
the third, well, I guess not
I see.
36 because not everybody's with the scheme.
It's
this
like
week.
8. It's like half of them
In my
today.
head, I was like, I don't think anyone's throwing back.
Okay,
that
I
scheme.
didn't know. I was like, wait a minute. We're doing off cup. I guess I do like that Gordon throwback scheme, like I said. Yeah, that's the only one that really comes to my mind from the Cup series I really like. Oh, that and the Terry Labonte scheme, really good as well.
I feel like that's
Kyle
my
Larson.
favorite one. The
Yeah.
most iconic, like out of the schemes that kind of, I know it's all the conversation of, oh, how much longer do we have? But that was one that we haven't seen yet that I was kind of waiting on the 5 team to do. So that I like that one. I just wish they would have, like Brennan Poole had the cartoonified logo on it. I kind of wish they would have cartoonified Rick Hendrick, but I mean, it still works.
That would have been funny if they cartoonified Rick Hendrick. I don't think that was ever going to happen, but
got
I guess
cards.
worth a shot.
That would have been. I saw that floating on Twitter. That would have been so sick.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Caleb, yours is the 5.
Yeah.
I'll go 24.
Okay, 524. I'll go. I like what I like what Christopher Bell's doing, is throwing back, and he tied the 2 throwbacks together, like his Xfinity car and the Cup car, since he was doing both this week. I do like that, so I'll give it to C Bell, because being able to talk to him last week at Martinsville about like why he did it and his mentor and throwing back to that, I think the personal connection to it always is a good thing. So I'll go with C Bell.
If I could give it to a team, though, I'd give it to Penske because I feel like really they've been one of the teams that like normally 1 or 2 of their cars don't even have a throwback, or they're just kind of like the lame examples. But this year, all 3 of their cars really went all out, and the team as a whole looks great. I feel like I know some people aren't maybe a fan of the Dale Earnhardt throwback on a Ford, but I mean, I think the 2 car looks great. The 22 looks great, and even Ryan Blaney's throwback to his dad with the Menards colors and everything, they all look good.
I feel like they go every other year on their throwbacks. Seems like they took a hiatus in the even Joey Logano year, and then the odd year they go with like some pretty fire throwbacks. I really like his Cale Yarborough throwback out of those 3. The Dale Earnhardt one on Cindric's car looks good. It just feels weird that it's on a Ford, in my opinion. But I think they executed it pretty well, like you said.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, I guess the conversation after this is, and this weekend was, will it continue? Will it not? I don't know. It's just, I kind of like it. I think it needs to stay. I kind of miss it with the Southern 500, but I get why they don't do it with that anymore. But being able to experience it live, like I did for a few years ago, covering the race for Frontstretch, it's fun. I do wish maybe, more teams participated. It seems like it's more of a 50-50 thing, whereas when it first started, it was kind of like more towards 100% kind of thing. But I don't think you can control that with sponsors and stuff like that. But Wyatt, you do host Through the Gears, our betting podcast. So before we give our picks out, what were a couple best bets you looked at for the crew?
The best bets we looked at it was me and Dalton Hopkins, who is right now at the racetrack covering for Frontstretch.com. His favorite pick was William Byron. I really like that pick now. He got it at 9-1 when we did our episode on Wednesday. Now he's amongst the favorites. I think he's like plus 650, 550, something like that. Larson's still the favorite at 5-1. But I'm still going with other drivers. Like I have Tyler Reddick as my favorite. I still think he can get up there. I'm still locked in with him with how good he raced here last year. I had an RFK driver and Chris Buescher on the list on the episode. Now, after practice qualifying, his teammate Ryan Preece kind of came out of nowhere. He was at one point this week, he was 70-1 to win the race. He's now 24-1 before the drop of the green flag. Love that for him. The other two I had, and I still think they can win today. Briscoe, Bubba Wallace. They're 17 and 16-1 when we did the episode. I think Bubba's 24-1. Not sure about Briscoe's odds before we start. It's still somewhere around that area. Love those two as well. It's gonna be fun today. It's gonna be much funner than last week at Martinsville. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens today.
Did you say funner?
Funner. Funnest, most fun, more fun.
Well, okay. Well, so who ultimately is your pick to win today?
I'm gonna go with Tyler Reddick.
All right, Caleb.
I think in our game that we play, our predictions game, I think I went with William Byron. It's so hard to tell with the practice groups and everything because that first group had like a lot of the top speeds and the top runs and everything, consecutive laps and whatever were from that first group, but they start with that clean, fresh track, and that kind of can skew the data a little bit. And Byron was putting down some good laps in practice as well, like even though he was with the other group. So I think with him starting up front, track position always is a big topic. So that he's probably who I've got today.
Well, I should have picked Kyle Busch in honor of the GOAT, Alexander Ovechkin, tying or breaking Wayne Gretzky's record as like the only DC team, quote unquote, local team for me, being a Virginia kid that I root for are the Washington Capitals, and Alexander Ovechkin being one of my favorite probably my favorite hockey player and probably the clear greatest DC athlete of all time. But I didn't. It's more of I'm betting on a guy who's just been up front so much that he has to win. So I actually picked Bubba Wallace. He's been good at Darlington. He is starting fifth. He has been top 3 in the last 2 races at least.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's more of a numbers game of let's bet on who's going to arrive. Who's going to arrive out front. So, and just so people know, just if you want to know what the starting lineup looks like, well, good news is. Here is some timing and scoring from NASCAR. We have you set up here. Of course, William Byron on the pole, followed by Ryan Preece, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, and Michael McDowell rounding out your top 10. All right. Reminder, I have this thing on Hulu as I need to not show my TV so we don't get kicked off. I will be last in all of this, and if you want to play along, join us in the comments section, and let's have some fun.
I'll say showing a cool suit on my screen. It's been a pretty hot weekend from what I've heard from Darlington compared to this time of year. It's a little bit earlier than we ran the race last year because I think we ran it back in May, but still, it's gonna be a hot one. I think track temperatures were 117 degrees on qualifying day. Not sure what it is now, but it's gonna be hot out there.
Oh, Michael Jordan's here. I didn't know that. That's just how I'm paying attention to broadcast.
Trenton Worsham had got a quick sneak peek of Michael Jordan and for a short content for Frontstretch. I
was gonna say is Jamie Little did have a conversation with her. So, all right, I'm gonna.
She also talked with Carl Edwards. If Denny wins this race, he might do an honorary backflip. Yeah.
No, I will bet. Name the dollar figure, and I bet you Denny Hamlin will not do a bad flick.
Well, I'm about to say he doesn't need to win too much. He already won a lot at Vegas a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, I just don't think he's Yeah, I would not expect him to do that. Now, what really would be cool if Carl is there, get Carl to come out and do the backflip.
I
if
think
he
he
wins.
said he
Yes,
was trying to
he's
get out
out
of
there.
there before the race is over, so he doesn't feel pressured.
That would make sense.
That'd be sick if he did that.
I will say the other hard thing about trying to pick who's gonna like win this race is Darlington's one of those tracks that goes on these runs where like they have a bunch of different drivers win. Like there was a run from like 2006 to 2018 or something or 19 or something like that where they had 12 different winners in a row, and right now we're on another run, I believe, of 8 or 9 different winners in a row. So it's kind of like, do you go with a guy that's won here before? Like Larson's always the guy that you look at, but then some of these other guys, like, I mean, Barry could be fast. I don't think Reddick's had a win here, so it'll be interesting to see. Like, whenever there's those trends of like different winners, I'm always curious to see. Oh, can we keep it up? Like, how far can we go to keep getting new winners at this track?
It's crazy because 3 of the 4 I picked on through the years never won here at Darlington. And then Priest, who starts second, is someone I'd consider putting a little something on for this race before we go grain.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. All right. So as always, no comments so far. Come on, where is our comment section? Hit us up right here.
We don't bite, I swear.
we're also on Twitch, so that's new.
Oh, we're on Twitch?
Yes, we're on Twitch. We twitching. Someone had made a Frontstretch Twitch account, so
somebody had to do it. You were the chosen one.
So, well, I didn't make it. What I would recommend is since Michael Massey likes to wreck people in iRacing, we air that, and then we'll have proof every time someone comes on to Happy Hour and with an iRacing connection to Massey, and I ask them, "Have you been wrecked by him?" They say yes, and we can just play the footage.
Play the clip. Show the replay.
Well, he actually quit this week on Happy Hour, so actually we can. Well, so he did quit, so he's a quitter. Which, speaking of Happy Hour, Kenny Wallace this week. And where can you watch it? Right here on the Frontstretch YouTube channel. So we'll have the great Kenny Wallace on.
Hey, the pace car's off. We're about to go.
Pace car's off for me too. Me and Caleb are pretty close.
Right. You're going to be like 30
with the green
ahead.
flag.
I need the YouTube to break again.
I know. Then we're all three on the
NASCAR to drop it on YouTube again.
All right,
Here's
green
Carl.
flag is out.
He hasn't left before the race ends, Caleb.
Well, yeah, like he's there.
He has to wave the green flag. He was honorary starter.
And green flag is out for me.
You are at least, well, they got to get
I'm
up
like
to
30
speed.
seconds behind. I think we timed it out.
You'll be like a quarter, like half a straightaway behind, probably.
I was kind of surprised Byron started on the high side because that outside restart lane was horrible in the Xfinity race yesterday, but he got a pretty good jump, and Chase Briscoe's already trying to get that second spot away.
Took a peek down there off of turn 4, but he sticks behind Ryan Priest.
Be curious to see how Priest does too. He's been on a bit of a run the last few weeks. The best RFK car, most consistent, I should say.
I'm curious to see what Austin Cindric does here. He's currently 4th. I'm interested, and as we see Ryan Blaney, taking a bottom, wrapping around the bottom, getting by 3 cars. Almost. Now Reddick's going to come back on the I side.
Trey, you think Ed will be more satisfied with Ty Gibbs' performance today, or you think he's going to wind up in disappointment again?
It was funny. So Ed Lane, if you need context, I work with him in my day job at the Virginia Talk Radio Network here in the beautiful Lynchburg, Virginia, and he is a big Ty Gibbs fan, or at least he always bet on Ty Gibbs enough where he became a fan of him. And to see him just sink in his chair as Ty Gibbs was wrecking at Martinsville last week was pure comedy. At the same exact time, well, roughly, it was when Michigan State officially lost in the Elite Eight, and I have the great, legendary Davey Siegel, Michigan State alum, on this.
Oh, trouble for Kyle Larson!
No.
Trouble for Kyle Larson on lap 4. Sorry, I had to butt in there.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert for Trey.
No.
Not the Labonte, the Terry throwback.
Well, there goes the Terry throwback.
Wow. Lap 4, the favorite Rex, and he is done.
He qualified
He's-
really
wow.
poorly. He did not have a good practice and qualifying yesterday.
And he's burning it down now too. Oh my goodness. What happened? Oh, he just Jimmy. Well, that's not a Jimmy. Turn 2 bump.
Kind of, yeah. He lost it racing by Logano.
Turn 2 bump got him. Wow. Trey goes away. It's Trey Lyle.
I'm
leaves
trying to
the
hear
team.
the radio feed.
Wow. Well, I'm glad I had nothing on Kyle Larson this week. Good heavens.
Something about Throwback Weekend and Kyle Larson is not mixed the last couple of years. Because last year I think he spun out pretty early in that
2023
other
with
series
Ross.
team. Yeah, I don't remember where he was at in 22, but
He's going to the garage to fix it.
Yeah, he's going to be in there for a minute. Wow. Yeah, no, he's the race for him at Darlington's always been the Southern 500. That's incredible. I'm about to say I don't know where's Joey Logano is running right now.
They were 17th and 18th, I believe.
Mid pack.
Larson's going to be towed. He said, "I'm so sorry" over the radio. The best in he did get the best in show, so he's leaving with a trophy. Just not very many points.
That's about it.
Well, tentatively we'll finish last. You know what they say about him? His nickname. So yeah, he's wrecked in the last 3 Darlington spring races. Actually, now 4.
4. He wrecked in 22?
Yep. Was 22. 22 was the Stewart throwback he ran. And remember him and Ross?
No, I thought that was 23.
Yeah, 22 is that Jeff Bodine, the boxy.
Yeah, the white number 5. Yeah, that's that one.
Yep.
But
23.
He spun in that one too. I do remember because he spun backwards and messed up his engine.
Yeah. That was when Logano beat Byron and wrecked him then.
Yeah, but you know what they say about Kyle Larson?
What do they say about Kyle Larson? Oh.
He's hung money for a reason.
hung money.
He just lost it. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a typical Darlington. You know what that spin reminds me of? Remember when it was like the last time Jimmy Johnson looked good?
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. I was saying that, but like he ran into the back of Chris Buescher in that race.
It was kind of the same concept though. And there's always it feels like there's always someone who does this early. I know Ricky Stenhouse Jr. did it early. It's like
Almirola's done it.
Yeah.
I remember I'm about to say 2021 spring. I just watched it from the backstretch, and I got a clear view of Cole Custer, plenty of drivers running over that turn 2 bump and getting in that backstretch wall. That's a problem, but that's Darlington.
People are pitting.
Yeah,
2311 cars. Hamlin,
Ty Gibbs,
a lot of them Yoders.
Hamlin, Logano, Bell, Blaney, Haley, and Josh Berry.
Wallace, Reddick, Gibbs, Keselowski, Hamlin, Logano, Bell, Blaney, Haley, SVG.
SVG still on pit road.
I'm like surprised, but not surprised. I'll be curious to see how much of a difference does this make, if it makes any difference. And I guess on the flip side, like on the back end of the race, I think these guys, there's not like a huge issue with tires, but we'll see if that makes a difference later on.
I think their assumption is, which is probably a fair one, is that the end of the race will be a long green flag run. So they use their extra set now, and they think it's going to go. Joey Logano, I can't believe wrecked Kyle Larson like that.
Oh, can't wait for Twitter.
He pulled the old Lance Stevenson. He just turned and did the whole.
That's a good one.
Blew out the window.
But yeah, just.
Oh, Blaney almost went too far on his box.
Ooh. With the Dave Blaney throwback. Oh, that's why SVG was so long. He had to go around Blaney, who was on the edge of his box.
Yeah, they're stuck in a weird angle as the Labonte machine goes back behind the wall.
Dang. Wow,
That-
already about to restart.
that is
Where's
quick.
Neff to complain about long cautions? We
Yeah, we
oh,
got a quick one now.
yeah.
Here, I got this. I'll message. I'll text him and say if you want to join.
Man, these caution. Oh, dude, Trey, if you caught the episode last week, there's a point where I did my best Ed Lane impression, and I had Mike Neff rolling.
Oh, please let me hear it because I can get you. I can I think I can properly rate it.
Properly rate it. It's got to be something about Ty Gibbs because like
Yeah.
it feels unnatural, just like throwing in it. Like if Ty Gibbs wrecks, it'll show pretty well. I'll wait. I'll wait for the right moment.
That outside worked good on the restart again. Austin
Yeah.
Cindric.
I think that might have just been a Justin Allgaier thing than a anyone else thing.
You think?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Reese and Cindric side by side.
Hey, how about
So
that
as an
long
FYI, the Bubba is 14th, so roughly where he started with the tires. As a heads up.
All right.
I'd
He's
say
behind some 3 wide,
top
possibly.
13 stay out.
My guess is that you won't see this be a real factor until the end of the stage.
There's McDowell on the bottom, working on his former ride in Todd Gilliland.
I'm curious. Are they like? Is this? Are they? They're probably going to pit in this stage. So that's what I don't even know how much of a factor at all. Because Xfinity Series it made quite a bit of a difference. But again, these cars still are so aerodynamic.
Oh, they're swarming back here.
The first stage goes to lap 79 laps left in the stage.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's 90
they'll probably
laps.
try to- I think like just based on lap time, it'll probably be quicker to split it still. Busher is up
16
to 80.
cars.
Let's see. Bubba Wallace is up to 11th, I think is what
11. Busher didn't pit.
Yeah, no, Butcher's still on the starting tires.
Yeah, I heard the
Bubba's-
broadcast mention it. So
Yeah,
Bubba, then it's Ty Gibbs.
Mike Joy doesn't pay it. Mike Joy's saying it while the Fox graphic is showing the laps that he has, and it says 10.
Yeah.
It's just peak. But Bubba in 11th, which again, I don't.
There he goes.
sending it on Ross.
Yeah. Dove into turn 3, got in front of him, and Chase Elliott's next on his list there.
I sent Neff the link. We'll see if he joins us.
That'd be interesting. I love these throwback schemes.
Bubba up to 10th. Just to teach you youngins a lesson. If you want to get at Mike Neff, just dunk on AJ Foyt, and you can get just right in
AJ was the
right in
greatest.
there. Just say like Mario Andretti's better than AJ Foyt, and then he'll and then it's like you pull the pin out of him when you do that.
Just say, gosh, I'm so glad there's no AJ Foyt schemes this weekend.
Yeah, that's a good one.
True. I'm so glad we had a Bobby Unser scheme this weekend, not AJ Foyt.
Did have a Bobby Unser scheme. We had 3 Jamie McMurray schemes too.
Yeah.
I think if he wasn't in the booth for the CW, there would no offense to Jamie McMurray. Maybe it would make sense for the Bass Pro scheme because it's Bass Pro.
Mm-hmm.
But like I bet you there and it's not to like I think Jamie Mack was a great race car driver, don't get me wrong, but I think the fact that he was in the broadcast booth was a big reason why there was 3 of them.
I mean,
And they made a stretch on the I don't really associate Jamie McMurray with the Coors Light scheme.
he raced in that scheme one time. Yeah, he won it, or a few times. Yeah, he won in it, but that's Sterling Marlin's game.
Gosh, they're showing this gap Byron's already built on the field. I think he could be in for a Ryan Blaney Homestead type of day where like he dominates the first 2/3 of the race and then something
Tries to
happens
get
at the end. Engine blows, tire, something like that.
So
That grade 8, Kyle Busch is in 4th though, working on Cindric for 3rd.
Bubba is running a 30.8 and William is still granted he's in clean air, is running a 37.
Well, he is
So-
gapping Ryan Preece.
He's already opened up almost a 2.5 second lead.
He
Or I
might.
guess-
That 24 is flying.
I think the car clearly to watch has to be the 23 because of the tire difference. Right?
A nice mix of cast of characters up in the top 10 as well, with Michael McDowell, Gilliland, even Priest Cindric up there. And Cindric, I feel like he's had a solid start to the season. Like maybe like
He's just
kinda
not
more
had
like
good
radar.
finishes.
Yeah.
And look who's fighting to get 10th here. Trey.
Let's go!
Look at that! Look at that throwback scheme, Trey.
Look at that
throwback
pirate.
sponsor?
Hey, I mean, Caleb went fresh off the Long John Silver's cruise to host last week, and now the Long John Silver's car is. Come on,
If Zane Smith like won this race in this scheme,
we would have. I would. We would.
You need to buy Long John Silver's. You need to
I have
have
thought about getting like a Zane Smith T-shirt for happy hour.
Carson
All right.
Hostvar in the wall apparently.
Boom, right there. Bubba's about to pass Busher
Yep, they're showing him right now.
for
The
8th.
stripe counts to 5. For every
Yeah,
Darlington stripe, take a shot.
I think the guys on tires just say like, all right, we know it's gonna be a long run, and we can run if we run a little bit longer, that we're even gonna have the benefit at the end of the stage.
About to say for every Darlington stripe, take a shot. Oh,
The Dale Jr. throwback. Surprised you didn't say that was your favorite, Trey.
My favorite throwback is the 19 to Martin Truex last year.
He didn't even run that scheme last year.
they're having an internet issue, and they have no SMT data.
Oh,
Nice.
poor things. I think that's happened before at Darlington.
They had a light issue at
It's
Darlington.
definitely happened at Gateway as well. Like,
yeah, it definitely
Gateway is the track where it's like the worldwide technology.
Ironic.
Yeah.
No track technology.
See, I'm trying to see if there's any battles shaping up throughout the field right now. Hamlin's kind of stuck in 15th.
We're really throwing it back. No SMT data. NASCAR is so back.
I mean, the only car is the 23 that's actually like moving, and it's also because he probably had a fast car because he started 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Cindric's starting to work on Priest for 2nd here. He fended off Kyle Busch.
68 to go in the stage. What did Larry Mack say was the fuel? I can just look it up. Give me a second.
No idea. I didn't catch it.
See, I think they're about like right on the edge of a fuel window, but usually whenever if they don't make full fuel windows in this one, they just like the tire
68 to 75 is the fuel window.
Yeah, so they're gonna stop.
Yeah, they have to.
Well, no, the guys who stayed out don't have to. Well, no, it was 79.
68 to 75. They could stretch it. Oh, trouble.
Hocevar is spun with a flat tire.
I wasn't going to spoil it this time.
Sorry.
But yeah, Carson Hocevar.
Oh my God. Carson Hocevar spun. I had no idea that was about to happen.
That's crazy.
He had a blown right rear tire.
What happened, Trey?
I have no idea.
What happened?
So now the question is, I guess you all pit. Well, now it doesn't work because your goal is to stay green. Your goal is to stay green. So I'm guessing if you're the guys who took these tires, it didn't really work because you wanted it to stay green. He just ran himself into the wall.
He ran himself in the wall and then spun it. Question. I've seen seen this episode before. But he did have a flat.
Yeah, and he did it looks like he lost a lap as well there. So it's not like one of those where he just was like, "Oh, I'll just bring out a caution." Like
it's believable. It's understandable and kind of believable.
All right, I got to go grab my laundry real quick.
All right, so it's just us two. The Trey Wyatt. the Trey Wyatt watch party show.
So apparently Husvar was told if anything feels weird with the car, go ahead and pit. Crew notes something off with his steering trace. Unbelievable amount of wheel is Husvar's response.
Interesting. I'll call it interesting, but it's another caution. It mixes up the strategy. I'm here for it.
Well, I kind of wanted it to stay green because then it doesn't mix up the strategy. Everyone's
Well,
going to pit here. If it
We
stayed
get
green,
we get a pit stop. Is what I meant. That's what I meant.
come on, Wyatt.
Look at me. I might have drank too much Crown out here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
If you drank a bunch of Crown at 3:30, I would we would have to have a conversation, buddy. That's offline.
Nah, we're good. Nah, no Crown in this house. Not here at least. But
So
no, it's been fun so far. It's been entertaining thus far in this race. I'm willing to see because Byron's gonna be good. Pit crew's been nice all year, and he's been dominating this race. It's gonna be pretty much a battle for second until something else happens. Oh, Carson Hocevar to the garage. Oh my gosh, Mike Joy is baiting live on TV. He said Hocevar to the garage, and he's like, "Oh nope, never mind."
yeah, so everyone's going to pit here.
Yeah, everyone's betting.
So yeah. Well, according to Fox, some people might not pit here because they don't know who pits and who doesn't.
They genuinely don't know what's going on during the race, it feels like. All right, Busch with a good stop.
Do not tell me who wins the race off. I will.
Okay.
Cheddar. Forgot how big that pit lane is.
Massive. Everyone gets off fine.
23 gains a spot. Gains 2 spots. Gilliland lost 3. Ty Gibbs gains 3. Well, you know what? I bet you the only benefit is they had to put less fuel in it, so it takes a little less time.
That's true. They didn't have to fill a
Brad is offering you a tip. I mean, Brad, you're not wrong. I guess it is 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock in my Margaritaville.
Wait, Brad, are you our Kyle Busch fan that used to have the Kyle Busch thing every week? And you switched it to Muhammad Ali? Are you that? I mean, I like it. I like the photo. Iconic photo. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Caleb, do you know who that is?
Muhammad Ali?
No, who says down goes Frazier?
The person commentating the Muhammad Ali fight?
Do you know who it is, Wyatt?
I have no idea.
Hint, he also called Monday Night Football.
Oh.
Not helpful.
But like way back, I'm not gonna know.
He called he was in the first Monday Night Football booth.
I can't remember,
At
but
one
like
point with O.J. Simpson. Howard Cosell.
Okay.
I have no idea who that is.
I've heard that name.
He's like one of the greatest broadcasters of all time.
I'm about to say he definitely is. It's just an era outside of my expertise.
By the way, well, hey, it's not the worst. We did have shout out Philip Doss, who's not watching this and who doesn't watch NASCAR, but is the intern at the Virginia Talk Radio Network. Mm-hmm. We do Today in Sports History on the morning warm up with Trey Lyle. Check it out wherever you get your podcast. And it was a question of on this date, it would have been Friday. He tied Babe Ruth at 714 home runs, and he had no idea who I was talking about.
Barry Bonds? I'm not a baseball guy.
Who tied the home run record at 714 with Babe Ruth?
Who tied it with Babe Ruth?
So you're right. Barry Bonds at one point did tie Babe Ruth, but it wasn't him. That's a better guess, but it's Hank Aaron.
Okay.
My God.
I wouldn't have got that in a million years.
You're with a bunch of non-baseball watchers, Trey.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
it's Hank Aaron. Like,
I'm an Astros guy, man. Like,
you should still know who Hank Aaron is. Wait, the Astros and the Braves played each other in the World Series, right?
yes. Soler is.
I'm pretty sure Hank Aaron threw out a first pitch in one of those games.
I'm pretty sure he did too.
Go find a trash can to bang, all right? And that's how I guess that's how you only realize home runs.
I get it a lot. I'm about to say we're not looking good. I'm about to say you're not a Braves fan, are you?
I'm a Yankees fan.
Yeah, even the worst.
Ugh.
Ugh. You're from Virginia too. You could have been. You could be
fun.
a National. I
Wait
do
a minute.
respect the Nationals though.
Well, when I was born, the Nats were not a baseball team until 2005. So first 6 years of my life, and I thought I could be two. I thought I could be Derek Jeter, and three. Before there was, it was the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Then it was the Richmond Braves.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, the Yankees had a Double-A team in Virginia called the Richmond Virginians. So there is actually history in Richmond with the Yankees. So how about them apples?
Are they still the Flying Squirrels, or are they?
They're still the Flying Squirrels,
Okay.
and they're about to have the Diamond. R.I.P. the Diamond. Well, the Diamond will still exist, but they're moving from the Diamond to a new park next year.
Shout out Adam Cheek in Richmond, Virginia, by the way.
Yeah.
Trey, are you a Lynchburg Hillcats enthusiast?
Green flag once again.
I will probably go to a game. Shout! I know the voice of the Hillcats, Jason Brill.
So do I.
Logano.
Ooh, Logano about.
Yeah.
He was ready to run.
Went 3 wide in turn 1. Priest gets by
JJ
Bush.
Yelly in the wall. He's just
JJ Yeley.
chilling.
Yeah, he's got a flat. Oh, he might even be worse than that. He might be crabbing, actually.
No, it looks like his sandwich got burnt.
His
Wawa sandwich got burnt.
All right, boys.
Pizza's better.
Mike Neff should be coming soon.
Uh-oh. Mike Neff is coming. That'll be fun. Zane Smith has cracked the top 10. Bubba Wallace working on Busher again, this time for 6th.
Did he made that pass before the caution, right? Or did it come out right?
He did make that pass before the caution.
Okay.
But
Who? Bubba?
Yeah,
Bubba came out fifth in the pit stops too.
Bubba probably just
Bush.
off
Yes,
a little bit.
guys, we got bots in our chat. Let's go.
We got bots.
I saw that.
Look at the
Bush is
comments.
Struggling here, guys.
Oh boy.
I saw that.
Oh boy.
Ooh, contact.
Kyle Busch, he let Briscoe by that last time. I don't know if he just lost momentum. But
Old man Neff is here.
he made it.
We needed someone to start. We didn't have too many complaints, so we needed someone here. Well, Neff is happy about this race. You know what?
You needed somebody old because it's throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Massey's unavailable. So, yeah, 2 things about this that fits Neff. One, it's 400 miles. So,
Which is horrible.
it needs to be
Horrible.
He wants it 100 more.
It should be 500 miles.
It
should all be 500 miles, except the 600.
And what about short tracks?
All of them, 500 miles. I want
So,
993 laps at Martinsville. And the beauty of that would be your brakes wouldn't last. So we would actually have pit stops to change brakes during a race at Martinsville. It would be amazing.
And the next gen car would be really rough. A whole.
I think
they'd be changing the brakes like they did in Le Mans.
I think it's certain tracks you're okay. I'm okay with it being the 500, Daytona 500, Southern 500, and the Coke 600, and then I really don't care about the distance about the rest.
See,
but that's a different conversation.
I want to see 500 miles at like Watkins Glen because they would be falling the heck out of the
That
seat.
race would take 2 days.
That's okay. Not if they ran the damn boot.
Well, there's this thing called a TV product that they care more about than you.
Whatever.
That's what endurance
races now.
Have
Put them on all the streaming things, and ain't nobody gonna care.
Can I? All right. So
there's
at least
streaming platforms.
At least
so can I ask a question? Because I waited for the commercial break from hosts of ours
I was gonna
And then
walk
run
through all.
upstairs
Let
and
me
get
walk
on
through all your complaints first, okay? And then you can ask the
Okay,
host of our
sure.
question. So,
Okay.
good news. It's at Darlington, one of your favorite tracks.
Yes, it is. Wish I was there.
2, 3 though. There is no AJ Foyt throwback. There's an Al Unser Jr. throwback. There's a
That's
Lotus
okay.
Lotus throwback to the Indy 500. I can't remember the driver off the top of my head. Because
That would be Jimmy Clark.
Jimmy Clark. That's
and
it.
Then the significance of that is, if I don't know if you know this or not,
I do. The Wood brothers pitted them,
right?
and it revolutionized the pit stop in IndyCar.
In 63 and in 64, Lotus came in second and third. One of those 2 years in 64 behind Foyt. The other one was Parnella Jones, I believe.
Of course, you mentioned the Foyt win.
They lost because of pit stops. And so Lotus wanted to increase or decrease their pit stop time. So they reached out to the Wood brothers because the Wood brothers were known for their quick stops in NASCAR. So the Wood brothers came up, pitted the car, and Clark ends up winning the race. So that is the significance of that Wood brothers scheme, is that was the first IndyCar race that the Wood brothers pitted, which I think is a great story. Plus, I love the paint scheme. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
What?
You should not bounce off another car going through the wall. Oh, now we're going to fight. That's what we need. Fight.
Oh, you're
take your helmet off, you wuss. Take your helmet off. Don't be a wussy.
Oh, this is last
year. Have your helmet.
This was last year, Mike.
It'd be more fun if they did this during the race. Now that would really be fun.
Neff, thank you. Reminder, Neff, I'm behind everyone. But also,
I'm usually behind everyone too.
I'm assuming you're about to ask the conversation that we sort of already had. Do you think Hocevar just spun intentionally?
No, I think Hocevar ran out of town.
And that's why he... Oh, well, you didn't see he spun intentionally after he cut the tire?
You didn't see that?
Well, I mean,
he hit the wall and kept going, and then he had a flat, and he spun.
Because the tire rapidly deflated.
He had a puncture, is what the team was telling him. And whenever he came off the wall, or he had been talking about like his car was acting really weird before that. And before he hit the wall, his car took some weird bounces. So I don't know. It's tough.
It's
that
hard.
one. I don't think that one's intentional.
The question I have about all that stuff is we have so much science and technology in these dumbass tires. Why do we not have an interliner anymore?
I think because the tire is too big, which is a whole problem in itself.
Yeah. I think the wheel's too big, the tire's too thin.
Yeah, that's what
you would think with the technology that they have, they could make an interliner that would go in a low profile tire. Shouldn't be that hard.
So we're actually, I forgot, I should have changed our name to Raceline Watch Party because we are throwing it back to our old name. I think it's our old name, right? Raceline.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
We have 2 throwback images this week because we already had one, and then
we are Tom Bowles' Frontstretch.com.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, you know what I should put on just because we're doing throwback?
Oh God,
I got it sitting right here. So this will be good. Which one
should I put on some music? Should I put on some music for you?
Let's do this one. I like this one better. Hang on, got to come off the headset.
Uh-oh.
It's the glare.
The glare.
Nice.
There you go. Somerville Speedway, boys.
Neff, do you ever get blinded by the glare when you take your hat off? Just
fortunately, no, because it's shining up and away from me.
Got it. How was? We should
mention. I look at a mirror, it's shining up and away.
You're doing. When did we talk? We talked some point this week. You joined us. Oh, you joined us for happy. No, you didn't join us for happy hour. You joined us for something. I talked to you this week where you were going to do Florence. How was that?
Oh, when I was on Ed Lane, or was it last weekend's watch party?
Oh, it's maybe
you were on the watch party last weekend.
I was on the comments.
I don't know, but it ended up I did not do Florence. We had a change in plans because, and I don't know how familiar y'all are with this, but Ultra Broadcasting is a new streaming service that does Florence, Lakeview, Southern National, and they're looking to add some more tracks. But Florence and Lakeview happened to be on the same night this weekend. And so they were short a camera operator for Lakeview, and I ended up being the infield camera operator at Lakeview instead of getting to announce points. But had a great time. It's been 3 years since I've run camera, so it was a good time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine that runs camera in a ASA. Actually,
Cool.
looks like a fun time.
It can be. If you're old and
Is
fat
FS1
running around the
20?
infield a lot.
FS1 is not 25 years old.
It's just
Fox is
like
25.
NASCAR on
Yeah.
Fox.
Okay,
NASCAR
thank
Fox
God,
is
because I was about to feel even older. I was like, I
Yeah,
remember when
no.
FS1. I remember when Mike Joy gave the speech, was like, honoring speed, and they switched to FS1.
FS1's like about 12 now, I think. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I miss the old speed days.
I miss
Holy
speed.
cats, man. Pit Reporters, that was the greatest show ever.
When Wind
I
tunnel.
get why they did it. I mean,
I get why they killed Pit Reporters because they kept calling NASCAR out on all their BS.
I meant got rid of speed, but
Not really. I mean, it was just FS1's money grab stuff.
Yeah,
they
but
needed to compete with ESPN.
yeah, they purchased a bunch of college football and theoretically they could have kept the speed channel and created FS1.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, honestly, there's so many motorsports these days that like it really would be cool to have like a motorsports exclusive dedicated
now-
channel.
Don't we
But
have
now,
Map
like-
TV for that though?
But Flow,
like, for all of
I
them.
would argue Flow Racing is basically that now. Like
Yeah,
Flow.
I'd say
But-
Flow's the live.
But I'm talking about for like every like F1, IndyCar, NASCAR, grassroots cars, tour,
But
dirt. Like
I think
all
part of it, Fox lost like the grassroots stuff because NBC had it for a little bit,
And then they didn't grow it at all. It felt
and now
like
Flow has it.
What are these people defining as a stripe, by the way?
When they hit the wall.
yeah.
It's
you
got to
tag
be
the
more
wall,
than
it's
just hitting the
straight.
wall. You got to slide down the wall for a little bit for it to be a stripe.
I think it's when you hit the wall.
11.
I was saying, Mike, earlier, like for every Darlington stripe, take a drink.
Oh my God, you'd be
Be a
hammered
lot
by the
today.
freaking end of the second stage.
Yeah, some notes from Busher rocketed up to P3 pretty quick,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
he's held on with Byron a little bit closer at the start of this run, but 24 is kind of gapping him a little bit right now. And
I thought I believe Priest
Hamlin.
in second.
Hamlin got a stripe there.
Here, I can throw up this. Here's the live leaderboard.
I mean, scoring.
So
Kyle Busch, he dropped to fifth and is held there, and Bubba Wallace kind of stalled out in seventh. We'll see. Busher and Blaney were two of the really good long run cars as well. So we'll see how they go. And then Keselowski's team was talking about going to the end of this stage. I'm assuming that means everybody's going to try to go to the end. We'll see. It's Darlington. There might be some teams that could risk it and try to play that game of like splitting the run in half or something like that.
yeah, that's why unlike Wyatt, who was like, "Yay, caution!" I was hoping to stay green because you had.
Oh yeah, I want to see it go all 90 laps green to see how long somebody can last.
Well, it was
on
more because
tires.
you already had guys. You had guys who were on better tires.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
that much better.
I would say Bubba was starting to stall on his newer tires in the last run, but I mean, it was like what 4 laps newer.
Yeah, but that
Just past Busher though, and see where Busher's at now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
3 or
Buscher's
4
looking
laps ain't that
fast.
big a deal.
RFK Racing second, third, and then you have Keselowski, who they're showing their radio on 13th, not too
He
far
needs
back.
a good run. Brad does.
Yeah,
Brad needs something, man. He is running like
It
a
always
bag of
seems
hammers
like-
this year.
But last year was when he won. Like Darlington, it appears to be the track that gets him corrected.
So
Who finishes better, Brad or Ty Gibbs?
Right now,
Brad.
It looks like Ty Gibbs right now.
I'll say Brad.
I think Brad as well. Ty is right up there holding up a couple cars in front
They're
of
talking
Brad.
about TJ Majors. I think I cannot hear the broadcast because my headphones are in.
Same, yeah.
No worries. So, do we
I'm
have a
okay with that.
discussion about favorite paint scheme?
Yes,
You did.
we did.
So what's yours?
What was yours?
What did we discuss?
The one that got wrecked.
I love Josh Berry's. That's probably my favorite, but I think it's just because of the Indy connection. But I also really like Logano's. The Cale Yarbrough aspect of it is really good.
I was saying, yeah.
Did
that
you
was-
say
Now-
Logan? Wait a minute. Did you say Laganos?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, because
Say
of
long
the
enough.
you make
We
fun
had that
of
discussion. Local news people
yeah,
that don't
yeah.
cover
Logano.
racing call him Logano all the time. Now for the whole weekend, it was Honeyman, excuse me.
Yeah,
Oh, with
what
the-
hit the Scott
the
Riggs
The Nesquik, yeah. No, the Jeff Green
or Jeff Green? Yeah.
Nesquik
Which,
throwback.
hey, if you want some good audio from Anthony Alfredo and Honeyman, Frontstretch YouTube channel, check it out, or our Twitter page.
I saw that on
The
on the X. Somebody had shared it on the X.
the legend.
And it was not a front stretch person that shared it. It was another media individual.
Who was it?
I don't remember, but it was. I looked at it and I'm like, "Is this a front stretch feed?" And I'm like, "No, it's not. Look at that.
Well, Dalton
Look
Dalton
at
Hopkins
Van
at
Diz
Pit Lane
coming up here."
CPT shared it. Rick Ferkel. I picked the Bell one because of hearing the story about it,
He's
and
struggling, by the way.
he
He's
is.
28th. Good grief.
That is kind of like sometime a humorous aspect of Throwback Weekend. It's like, hey, so and so is doing having a really hard time while he's sucking. Let's tell you about his throwback scheme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
look
But
at his
I-
hand painted throwback scheme.
I do think the fact that it's he connected. It's two different schemes, but they were connected, both the Xfinity car and the Cup car. I think is really cool.
Trey Lyle versus Ed Lane right here.
Come on,
Yeah,
Come on,
Ty
Zane.
Gibbs is dropping as
yeah,
well.
because the goat Zane Smith is doing some work.
The goat.
And here's Bubba Wallace going
Now
for
you got
fourth.
me
He's moved up quickly
Wondering
here.
where my
He's got a good long
Where my
run,
throwback hat went.
car. If I can speak English.
say
So-
that fast.
Blaney's getting in there too.
Another question. I know Gibbs has 4 wins on the season, the 3 with Bell and then Hamlin. But
God,
Well,
thought
I
you
was
were
about to
saying-
say. I was about to say.
Ty Gibbs had
I was
4
about to
wins.
say,
I'm like,
when
yeah,
did Gibbs?
No,
Gibbs
no,
get
I-
4 wins.
I
the
racing.
organization. But do you all feel like they've I feel like 2311's almost been more like consistently running better than them. Just hasn't had I know they have less 2, or I guess they have 3 cars now, but like the 45 and 23, I feel like have been consistently better than 3 of the 4 Gibbs cars.
Yeah, I would say if you ranked them, you would rank them like if theoretically we worked if 2311 and Joe Gibbs worked like Red Bull, basically by this point in the season, the 23 and the 45 would be absorbed into Joe Gibbs Racing, and that the 19 and the 54 would be sent to 2311. Like that's how I kind of view it.
The
So you're
19.
saying Joe Gibbs Racing is the Rusty Wallace of the sport this year, while 2311 is the Matt Kenseth of
No, the Denny
sport?
Hamlin, the better. They're obviously
Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, but no, Denny's actually won. Matt Kenseth was always the consistent one that never won.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they haven't won yet. I picked Bubba's going to win today because Trey will be right.
Yeah, no.
It's got like that 12 seconds of difference.
I mean, it's not Neff. It's not out. Would you be shocked if Bubba won today? He wouldn't. He's been too good.
No, I would not. I will be fair with that. I would not be shocked if he won.
We got more
I would
bots.
be
Trey.
shocked if Ty Gibbs.
All right,
wins
I'm going
this.
to kick him out.
Ty Gibbs wins this. I
more
would be
bots. Let's go.
unduly stubbed.
Goodyear
Oh, yeah.
400 live on PPV.
pay-per-view. Live on pay-per-view.
Fireball Turnbull is excited you're joining us now because
Fireball, man, I missed the Turnbull.
all right.
Fireball.
Man, I feel so bad for him in the modern shrinkage of news service to humanity. They did away with the traffic copter in Atlanta, and Fireball's been on that thing forever.
UConn is kicking butt, by the way, if anybody cared.
UConn's kicking whose ass right now?
South Carolina,
Carolina.
36-26.
Oh my.
How about Houston beating Duke?
That was a joke. That was a
Frickin'
choke job.
They shouldn't have even been there. If the frickin' refs hadn't screwed Purdue, Houston wouldn't even won the damn game.
Well, there was also a bad call at the end of that game for Houston. Hey,
What one?
fun fact. Do you know who had just
How
as
about
many?
them Dukes?
You can't like Houston. You went to Texas A&M. Stop it. Get out of here. Get out of here. You go to Texas A&M. That's like me rooting for.
Why?
Well,
what the hell jacket
no.
have you got on?
This is a Matt. Speaking of Matt Kenseth, this is a Matt Kenseth Crown Royal jacket.
All right,
for throwback.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Just because you
got
were
the shirt on
in
too.
Houston.
Right, you got it all going on.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I respectfully, absolutely. And I live an hour away from Houston.
Okay.
So-
Then even less of a
Are you
reason.
flashing gang symbols over there, Lyle?
No,
No,
this is
this
H-Town.
is the Cougars. This is the
Symbol.
Cougars symbol. But
H-
All right, I'm going to need you to explain that to me. What the hell about that?
I think
means
it's
Cougars?
HU or something like that, I guess. I don't know. Or
It's like
UH.
U
I
of
feel
H.
like you have to
It's
have-
like U of
You have to be
H.
double jointed or something so that you can.
I don't
there's
know.
no
I
cross in
follow it
the
on
eight.
TV. Hey, I know. Hey,
That looks more like two in a pink, one in a stink. to me.
It is
Texas
that
is easy.
too. It is
Virginia
that
Tech
too.
Virginia Tech is easy. So
I mean, A&M's easy too.
Wow, most Virginia Tech's graduates can't spell VT anyway, so that's okay.
luckily I have my degree right here, so I can just stare at it.
More bots.
Did that come in a cereal box?
What bots? Do you know what
Your-
bots are now?
Your VT? No, I was talking about your degree.
Oh,
Did
thank
that
you.
come in a cereal box?
No,
Did you
it
cut
was-
it off the back.
No, it was no, actually I got it off of a wanted sign.
Nice.
A wanted sign.
Blaney
No.
passed Bubba, by the way.
Yep.
But
He's-
23-11, fifth and 6th.
Reddick's moved up to 6. Zane Smith's moved up to 8th. Keselowski into the top 10.
I'm telling you.
You're
Byron
telling
is the only
He's telling us.
Chevrolet in the top 10.
He's telling us.
is
Or
wait,
no, Kyle
really?
Busch.
I believe Kyle Busch drives a
Yeah.
Chevrolet.
Yeah,
Hey,
Busch
if
drives
Kyle-
a
Yeah,
Chevy.
maybe-
If Kyle Busch wins, today is the day of the Yates. So
Busch just fell back from around. Well, he restarted 2nd, and he's fell back to 7th.
Did we have fun with the stupid Lamar?
we didn't even talk about. We
crap.
just like.
Oh, the Lamar
Oh,
Jackson.
I think
thing.
people
Oh,
got.
my
I
God.
think people kind of didn't get all the information. And were
Yeah.
assuming
People
but
don't. I was so livid listening to Dan Patrick go off about the other day. I'm dialing the phone, and I can't get through.
And
Be- Stylized. Read the word stylized, you moron. And then I'm listening to all these other shows, and all of them are getting it wrong. I'm like,
Look-
he's not freaking trademarking the number 8. He is
Yeah.
trademarking the specific stylized.
and if you
8.
look-
and if you're any student of history, it's the same thing Senior and RCR did with the 3. It's the exact same thing.
Well,
and there's
no.
still people using the 3.
And it was not
Idiots.
even over the butt 8. Like that's the thing. Like people were getting upset because it was over the butt 8. Junior just released a statement and was like, "Yeah, we're not using the 8. He's contesting now. Who cares?"
yeah.
I will
Well,
also say, and I love Dale Earnhardt Jr. I'm a big fan of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and he's my favorite driver. But Lamar Jackson is like has a good argument to being like an iconic number 8. Like he does. I mean, the most iconic 8.
Oh,
Hello?
it's the Ravens.
Do
8,
you remember a young
one.
gentleman named Troy Aikman that was number 8? Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson can't hold Troy Aikman's jockstrap, and I hate the cow.
Well, you're just looking
So-
at winning.
Oh yeah, there we go. What a
Well,
novel concept.
I know, I agree. But
Iconic
both are well, one has a gold jacket and the other one's well on his way to get a gold jacket.
Alex Ovechkin's
Hey.
a more iconic 8 than Lamar Jackson.
I was gonna
Statement.
say that. Well, I was about to say that. Okay. Well, and you could argue Steve Young too, as Tony brings up. We're not even talking about racing.
Hey, there we go. Another Hall of
Um,
Famer that has the 8.
But yeah,
How many people that you think have a number 8 tattoo for Lamar?
a couple.
People in Baltimore.
How
yeah.
many think have a number
People
8
in
tattoo for Dale Jr.?
Baltimore.
Several million.
No, but here's the thing. No, what made me upset is people were thinking it's the butt 8, and it's not. It's like the 8 they're not using anymore. So
It's
it's
the
like
old
literally.
JRM 8.
But to be fair,
It's literally
I
a
didn't
no-
think it looks like the Lamar's brand. I didn't think it looked very similar to the 8 in his brand
just being-
either.
And also, it's not like Lamar. And also, people need to realize it's not like Lamar sat there, was like scrolling Twitter and looked at and was like, "Oh, this looks like my 8. Sue their ass." No, it was some dumb lawyer who doesn't know doesn't know how to do PR
Oh, send it.
and basically just like did it. Like, I bet you Lamar Jackson had no idea what was happening, or like maybe got a quick word
I
from his
bet he
agent
did.
about it. And
Yeah, I
and
bet
then
he heard it from his agent and he went off.
he went like, okay. He like, no, but he's like, he was like, okay, because Lamar's been to a race. And so like I think once it like blew, like, we have to be real here. Like, the NFL is still the king here, folks. Like, I think it was just
Absolutely. But
I'm sorry.
my argument was all of these national sports people were trying to claim that Junior was trademarking the number 8 blanket across the board. All number 8s cannot be used because he's trademarking. I'm like, that's not what he's doing. Pay attention to the word stylized, please.
Well, it's already been.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that.
Don't. I have to keep banning them.
We got a bunch more right there. So, okay, there's a lot happening on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, there's been a ton going on where we're talking.
So can we'll reset here. Kyle Busch fading, Hendrick fading.
Chase Briscoe just disappeared.
Really fading.
Like, he just is
Briscoe's
gone.
gone. Reddick just passed Bubba. So
Gibbs is about to get lapped here.
Yeah,
too.
Gibbs and Bell are about to get lapped, and
I'm gonna.
I would say Priest and Busher and Blaney are running Byron down now. I don't know if
Is
it's
Elliott about to get lapped too? Why is nobody talking about Chase Elliott sucking wind this year?
Yeah, well, Chase has been.
You're talking about the guy. If the race ended today, would be 6th in points, and Chase Elliott.
Yeah,
Chase Elliott's been good. Like, he's been solid.
He ain't competed for a win all year.
Pretty bad race.
Didn't he finish? Wasn't he contending at? Not Martins. Well, no, Martinsville. He was really good until he had a bad pit stop. I would argue he had the second. Like, he might have had the best car at Martinsville.
He got a top 5 at Martinsville. He
might have had the best car at Martinsville if he didn't get his pit crew didn't get him stuck behind Hamlin.
Nobody could pass. Also, nobody could pass at the end of that race.
He was stuck behind Hamlin for what, 140 something laps.
You couldn't.
I almost fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie.
So. Also, Austin Hill, who's back in the Cup Series, is sticking it up.
He's a lap down.
The Gibbs cars just like fell off a cliff the last 10 or so laps. Like, all of them have really been.
Except Hamlin. Hamlin's 13th.
JJ Yaley's off track.
You didn't see on the restart.
He had problems on the restart. Hit the wall and his toe looked out.
The F1 world champion, JJ Yaley. Gibbs, Bell.
Have you ever researched JJ Yaley's resume?
Oh, it's really good.
In the open wheel world, there's not maybe 4 or 5 people.
He's the only guy ever to go from do the entire alphabet soup at the Chili Bowl, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the entire one, but he was somewhere around L or M when he started and got all the way through it.
Yeah. So I'm not stupid.
What's that?
Briscoe's about to get lapped.
Yeah, if I'm going to mute you.
Yep. Bell and Briscoe are about to get lapped, I think.
Well, Bell's already lapped down.
No, he's not lapped down yet.
Bell's been holding it for a little bit, but Briscoe's the one really, Bell's kind of been there since the restart. Briscoe was top 10, top 5, and just dropped off a cliff all of a sudden, although they got Byron in a spot right now.
I'm about to say Byron is boxed in by these Joe Gibbs Racing drivers.
Ooh, Neff, did you get in trouble?
No, I was being informed that someone is going to give a ride to a friend.
Oh, I was going to say because your lovely wife seemed to be yelling at you, so I just wanted to be sure.
These lap cars are not making
these lap cars are swarming the leader Byron, and Priest has gained like a second.
Oh yeah, he's gained a whole second and a half.
That's the problem. Well, I think Hocevar's on better tires too.
There you go. Ty Gibbs has dropped 24 spots since the restart, second on the board behind Briscoe.
Hocevar is on better tires right now.
Seconds in the last lap.
Well,
whoa, look at
25 for Briscoe.
Oh, Herb's turned somebody into the wall. Hocevar making the turn.
We're about to see something.
We're about to see
something. And here
we
go once again with the premature caution. That did not need to be a caution.
Hocevar, yep.
That did not.
Hocevar came up a little bit. There was no room. Herb spun
77 into the 35.
Yep.
I think if that didn't happen in front of the flag stand, they might have kept it going. But
I don't know.
They can.
Hey,
he
we
was
get
sideways
our
for
we get
so
our
long,
2 lap
and
dash.
right when they hit it, he
Hey.
got out.
Hey, so that means Bell and Briscoe stayed on the lead lap. So I wonder if they're going to pit and try to do like a 2-lap dash for the end of the stage.
Yeah,
Prob-
yeah, you have to pit here and then
The
just
leader-
Oh, and there won't be. I don't think there'll be a free pass here because
I think some people at the back might just stay out for the track position though. Well,
you're gonna.
well,
The tires are so old right now. You're
they're
gonna
so old though. Yeah.
get
So-
wrecked if you stay out.
or you do what Husvar did at Homestead, and if no one pits, you pit, and then you just ride around the back, it very slow, and then you stay
And
out.
save your tires. Yeah.
Hocevar,
That was just an out of room kind of thing. 3 wide,
Yeah.
trying to stay on the
They're-
lead lap, out of room.
I don't think Hostfar realized Herbst was out there. I blame
if
that
it-
one on the spotter.
If it wasn't for bad luck, Hocevar would not have any luck at all this year because he's had a really good like qualifying runs and showed some speed in the races, and then like every week since he finished second in Atlanta, every other week something's gone wrong.
Hey, Neff,
Yes, sir.
just to ruin your life, Husvar was told on the radio, outside.
Oh, that was
Oh,
that
was
was Husvar drifting up. Then
His radio might have been unplugged.
He could have got right behind Byron, or he could have just tried to clear himself. Either
Yeah,
one wouldn't surprise me.
It may have been when he hit the wall the first time and brought out the caution. It may have unplugged his radio, so he hasn't been hearing the spotter since.
I love you, man.
I try hard, man. Try to look out for my boy.
yeah, he just ran out of room. Gave no room to Herbst there, and he was already a lap down. He was already falling a lap. She was trying to get that lap back though.
Yeah,
He
he's
had
trying to keep from going 2 down.
He's staying 2 down now.
Yeah, so since Herbst was in the
Herp.
Herp.
Instead of Herps.
was the first one. Oh, also we have a monster on monster crime. Riley Herbst came up to Ty Gibbs in turn 1, causing Gibbs to blurp the throttle, and Gibbs said that guy's a bleep tool bag, and then
Blurped.
hey, and then they had to calm him down.
Sounds painful.
Blurp meaning it was an F followed by a couple of other words and then letters and then ing.
An F-ing.
Thank you, Tony. I saw the same thing.
Saved by the caution? No, he was saved by the bell. I'll be here all.
And that's the end of Mike Neff.
Hey, picking up where I left off last week. I respect it. Tip of the cap to you,
No.
sir.
Tip
of
your
the
waiters
cap.
and waitresses.
Is that the same joke from last week?
I don't know. We had a bunch last week.
All right, so 24, 60, 17, 12,
Everyone.
35, everyone pits.
Everybody's on.
Everyone's betting.
Well, they should have kept.
Byron,
This is way too important to see
Which-
who might stay out. They
Which,
should
to
have kept.
be fair, if they'd have left, if I was like DFL on the lead lap like Briscoe, I would be tempted to stay out because you're not going to get lapped in 2 laps, which is how long it'll be before they throw the stinking green again because we waste thousands of laps.
I'm about to say stay out and see if NASCAR decides to have a skill issue on the restart. Wait, I think
They
Pre.
will hunt.
Oh no, Byron was last.
way out.
But Bubba Wallace goes up to 3rd.
2311, man. Their
Blaney
pit
had
crews.
lost a few.
I give you that.
Oh.
2311's pit crews have been on point.
Well,
all
we
year.
go what 2 years ago? Remember, like the
Yeah.
reason 2311 was held back so much from winning races was their pit crew.
Because their pit crew was
Michigan with
god
Reddick.
awful.
Well, I think Denny made a smart decision, and why it'll be interesting to see what Spire does. So what Spire does is,
think-
Spire lost the 7 crew, the 7 and the 5.
Yeah,
as
the 7 and
crews, 'cause
5
it's-
swapped.
Yeah, and then they didn't even
And-
get to make a stop.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they didn't even get to do a stop today.
Yeah. So, well, they still get paid, so easy day
Yeah,
for them. They
Easy
just
day
had to,
for them, I guess.
they just
They're
had to
gonna-
set up the box.
They're going to
and
watch
tear
the
down
last
box.
2 stages from home.
And it's funny, but it's interesting because Denny said we're gonna bring our crews in house, and
Yep.
it's changed it. So I wonder if Spire will do the same thing. You know,
Does Spire have a billionaire owner?
Tony's giving you a
Well done, Mike.
some well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
You could say he gave you a ringing endorsement.
Like a bell?
Yes, a ringing endorsement.
Like a bell, like I said.
I'm done.
No, but that's you didn't have to do that. You just pointed out the joke.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Lakers did something. Oh, sorry.
Lakers did something?
All I know is someone just tweeted Austin Reeves, so I don't know.
Trey, what's your favorite LeBron song?
Austin Reeves.
Oh, it's the OG, the man on the Lakers.
Yeah.
That got man in the mirror stuck in my head for like 2 weeks. Neff, have you seen any of these?
I like how
Bronny's score. Bronny, Bronny averages like 30 in the G League, right?
Yeah, that's why he belongs in the G League, because he can't hoop in the freaking league.
He got like 17.
He dropped 17 in a game against the Bucks.
Oh,
and Giannis was playing in it.
Points.
Lakers
have 20 points right now, and Reeves has 13.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Thunder.
Oh, I bet you no one from the Thunder is playing.
I think the Thunder has.
Thrown
in the towel on trying to win 70 games.
I was gonna say if they lose, they had to win out to get 7.
Shy's played 12 minutes and he scored 10.
Is there any
Shy? You mean Shay?
Hey.
Is there any coincidence to the fact that they show replays of the 5 bouncing off the wall in a previous year?
It's happened the last 4 years. He spun out the last 4 years.
In this race.
Yeah, it's not good.
He either wins at Darlington or he wrecks at Darlington. I will say one of those wrecks was not his fault. That was the Ross Chastain. It was a Ross Chastain thing.
He got Chastained.
Well, that was the biggest Chastain ever because it forced Rick Hendrick to put the one in his place.
All right. Well, Priest, Busher on the bottom.
William Byron had caution, had some choice words. He said, "Golly, man, these guys."
Golly gee willikers.
Golly, man.
Watch his language.
Byron can't be upset because they're trying to stay on the lead lap, and he
exactly
NASCAR, baby. You gotta
I would say it's different if they were a lap down already, but they're trying to stay on the lead lap.
And it was coming to the end of the stage, which we are still.
He might have been complaining more about Hosabar than the 20 and the 19.
What happened with the flag waiver there? Was it just the angle of the camera?
I can't.
Because it looked like the flagman was standing 6 feet away from where the flag was waving at, unless he's got a really long arm.
Oh, Zane Smith almost got squeezed by AJ Allmendinger.
I gotta go fight AJ Allmendinger.
Yeah.
That won't take long.
I would get my ass kicked.
Oh.
Because I'm in shape and he's not.
Oh, Priest squeezing Wallace there.
All these people are in shape and I'm not, Neff.
Dude, Allmendinger weighs 48 pounds soaking wet.
And he would still kick my ass. I'm telling you right now.
No, he wouldn't. I'm telling you he wouldn't.
Well, I bet you William Byron's going to win this stage.
Byron is going to win the stage. That's a good
Trey, you'll never believe what happened.
Wide coming out of
William Byron won the stage. Oh, God. Oh, no.
The race for second in the stage.
Oh, the second.
No,
here comes Butcher. 3 wide.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gonna be a drag race for second. And it's gonna go to Bubba Wallace.
Hey, can you not spoil it for me, Wyatt Watson?
I try not to.
All right. End of stage 1. Here's the scoring. Atta baby Zane. Stage points. So William Byron wins the stage. Bubba Wallace takes advantage of a quick pit stop and gets second. Ryan Priest 3rd. Busher 4th. Reddick 5th. Brad Keselowski 6th. Ryan Blaney 7th. Cindric 8th. Zane Smith 9th. And AJ Allmendinger sneaks in for 10th. Pretty interesting. 23-11 and RFK make up half of the top 10.
Also,
actually
the
top 5.
Yeah, four of the top six. 5 of the top 6.
Four of the top 5.
5 of the
Jesus,
top
I feel like we're
6.
doing new
Oh,
math or
just
something. What the
possibly,
hell?
Because look who's 6th.
Yeah, the 6 is in 6th.
So pretty
And
interesting.
what's the date today?
4-6.
There you go. 666. The number of the beast.
No, it's 4-6. I'm so confused.
It came out of left field.
Now, if you're just a character,
Illuminati
I
confirmed.
got to keep you guys on your toes, man.
6-6 is in June.
Bet you didn't wake up
I-
this morning expecting to have a Ronnie James Dio comment in the freaking watch party.
Look, I mean, if Casey Mears last week was 6th in the 66, then I'd see it. But that was never happening. Oh
Where'd
Lord.
Trey go? Did he fall out?
We've lost Trey.
He laughed so hard he fell over and unplugged his computer.
He shut the computer down.
He's going on a snack break.
Now I'm about to say it's your turn now, Caleb. It's your turn to host.
Favorite Kyle Busch fan is here.
I was
All
saying,
right, Justin. Glad to have you.
yeah, Frontstretch's favorite Kyle Busch fan.
Time for a hat change.
I'm about to say Kyle Busch fell.
I was just going to ask, do we have to
Oh.
change the hat?
Do we have to change? Oh,
I wish I knew. I
it's
think
one
it's
thing.
downstairs.
I'm gonna
Was that-
change the jacket up because I got plenty more kind of throwback style jackets.
I was at Darlington, I think it was 2 years ago for the throwback. I had a 1994 Myrtle Beach Speedway track champion hat on.
Ooh,
And Joey Logano was like, nice hat, dude. I was like,
I
"That's
almost-
yours?"
I look on eBay occasionally, and I almost bought me 2000. I want to say, what was it? 2002 Bobby Labonte Homestead win hat when he won at Homestead after Bill Elliott blew a tire on the final lap.
God, I remember that. That was so awful
That was.
for Elliott. It was great to see, but for Elliott, it was awful.
I'm about to say at least Elliott had some wins in that era with the Brickyard 400 and a couple more, but that ended up being Labonte's last win.
Yeah.
That was a crazy turn of events. I would have loved to watch NASCAR back in them days.
Dang, JJ Yeley is officially out of the race.
Damn it.
No more Wawa, no. I being back in Texas, and I used to live out in Virginia. I miss Wawa so much.
Oh my God, they're so bad. So bad.
I like Sheets better than Wawa.
Thank you.
I've never had
Thank
Sheets,
you.
to be fair.
Oh my God, Sheets is the bomb. Wawa is garbage.
liar.
Hey, look who's back.
Sorry, there was a restroom needing attending.
Oh, I thought you laughed so hard
Oh,
you fell over and
you
unplugged
needed
your
a-
computer.
Hey, so Wawa is better than I used to be a Sheets over Wawa, and then a Wawa got like
Wawa is
awful.
I have no.
Every
opinion
time
on
I've
Sheets
ever
yet.
been to
I've never
Wawa,
been.
the service has been
Hey,
terrible. The food is
There
like
he
average.
is.
at
There's
best.
Justin. Justin, you're back. Dude, you came back in the wrong time. Should have been when Kyle Busch was doing good. Now he's not.
We welcome
Hey,
him
maybe
back.
Maybe he'll start doing good with Justin.
Justin-
Yeah, maybe that's why he was doing
Hey,
bad. Because
Good news is Justin and Brad are here. Justin,
Ooh.
shout out to Justin, shout out to Brad, both Kyle Busch fans,
For-
and they are hoping for the
know.
best. I will say this: I'd rather have like Sheets fries, but like I would rather get a sub from Wawa.
So yeah, I need a
Guys in the back
monster.
pit.
And Wawa has better coffee.
simple.
Like I like
Yeah,
the coffee at
No,
Wawa.
I'm not.
Monster.
I'm not a coffee guy, so there's that.
No one's
But-
pitting.
A few
No,
takers
there's
off the field.
McDowell's pitting, Custer, Haley, Chase Elliott's pitting from the
Probably
back.
game guys, maybe. Well, some of them might have
No,
tried to
it's-
get the wave around.
Didn't Byron pit?
No.
Well, these could have been
No,
guys.
no,
These
no.
could have been wave around guys too. That's a
I
good
thought-
point.
Yeah.
Byron stayed out to stay on the lead lap and ended up winning the state. Did I-
No, everyone. No, they
there's some wave
they all
around guys.
pitted.
PV whatever is back.
Some of the guys took the wave around to get their lap back.
Oh, yeah. I just keep banning him.
How
It's
do you?
like
How does
every
he keep getting back in if
17
you keep
minutes.
banning
Because
him?
there are bots.
They
They
keep
can just
making
make
new
a new
accounts.
accounts.
Ah, it's like the spam calls I get from healthcare.
It's
Yeah.
exactly that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Because I have over 40 blocked numbers for healthcare. And literally, that's the name that comes up when I call healthcare.
Healthcare.
And you answer it, and there's nobody there. That's the part that I just don't understand. I'm like, if you're going to be a bot, shouldn't I at least get some garbage AI message? But I got nothing. I answer, and it's like dead silence.
You know what's kind of nuts? You would think, AI restaurants, or AI like the fast food places taking your orders. You know the place that uses it? Bojangles.
Really?
At least in the Lynchburg area. Like
I have
it's
not experienced that.
like welcome to Bojangles. Can we take, and it's on an automated message.
Caleb, that hat, that's the one I was talking about, actually, or that similar style of Winston.
Oh
Cup.
yeah.
That hat
Yeah.
might be older than you.
Me? No, it's
No,
not older than
than
me.
Caleb.
It's I think it's from
2001.
Let me see.
2000.
it's 20 if it's oh it's 95. Yeah, it's older than me.
Oh shit!
It's older than me.
It's older than me. Never mind.
Not older than me.
Um
Not older than me.
Well,
by
we would
no
need a
means.
hat from like 1822 for that.
he's back again.
I missed
Back
you,
again
pay-per-view.
with the bot.
I missed your pay-per-view.
Oh, I actually favored it.
You favored them.
By
I
accident.
accidentally showed one earlier.
Huh?
I accidentally showed one earlier.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. Interesting note from Byron asked if that long green flag run is as long as they'll go the rest of the race. Rudy Fugle said, yeah. And then he said it could have actually been barely quicker to pit like halfway through, but it's just a risk because like you don't get back to where you were until there are 4 or 5 laps left in the stage. And if you get a caution, then you're behind. So that's why everybody ran it out on tires. But it's one of those things where there's options, and some guys can split up the stage where other guys might try to run it long here, or like the final stage, we might get like a 2-stop versus 3-stop type of strategy, stuff like that, to maybe switch it up a little bit, as long as guys aren't too afraid of cautions blowing everything up.
Is your
Well-
picture blurry or is it me?
I think it's you. I was
See,
gonna
now
say
it's
you
in
bring that
focus,
up. Like,
too.
oh, Wyatt, you gotta let us know when you're going. I'm gonna kick you out. Oh, he's switching jackets.
I'm
Yeah.
switching jackets.
Wyatt, when you get up, remove yourself from the stage.
Oh,
In the
I,
state.
I don't know. I've
Oh, look at this guy. Who's this guy? Who is this loser? I should kick this guy out. This looks like a bot.
Another bot.
another bot.
Well,
Yeah.
Michael Mahisi? Is that it? No, I will not quit because
Mikhail.
unlike you, I am loyal. Okay, Michael Massey. Oh my God, they're showing Harvick try to get out of the car, and Boyer try to get out of the car. So that's interesting.
I'm getting the petty family photo album.
Why did they capitalize the C in Richard?
The C and the.
It was like
Yeah,
Damn,
no,
look at it.
I see it.
Look at the king without a hat on. You almost never see
The
that.
Rickard. Oh
gotta get the
wow,
headset
where's?
on.
Well, he has to have it off for the headset.
Kyle doesn't.
Well, like the
Well,
big.
you can't have the cowboy
Yeah,
hat.
it does
Well,
have a cowboy hat.
actually, you can't. So
You
I
can,
promise
like, if
you,
it's like-
Richard
it's
has
like
a cowboy
this.
hat that will go over a headset. I guarantee
no,
he does.
I'm telling you, you can, because the good old Jim Ross, legendary wrestling announcer, does
Yeah,
it.
always.
Oh,
The
yeah,
way
yeah.
he does it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Oh,
doesn't put it over
lays
his
around
head.
to the back. Yeah, he lays
The
it.
king felt
Turn
lazy.
it
Let
back.
the king live a little bit.
he's the
The
king.
thing I'm
He
trying to
can
figure out
do
is
what
why
he
does his thumb look enormous? Did he hit it with a hammer or something? It looks gigantic.
Looks cockeyed.
It might have broke one or a few times, and he just never fixed it from
Well,
racing.
that's what his finger is. If you ever get pointed at with the finger, that some bitch goes in 4 different directions.
So, and there's Kyle.
Yeah.
Then there's
You can see Kyle Petty up there.
5 people in there is kind of tight.
Then they have
That's
six.
what
They had
it's
6 in a panel at one point in Coda in 2023 or something like that. When they had Chase Elliott was out, and they had Gunther Steiner
There's
up
the minnow
there.
pond. There's your minnow pond
Where's the minnow pond?
behind the grandstand in turn 4.
There's my minnow pond.
Back in the day, Mike Neff would fish in that pond, and then he'd go to the races and watch
Hey,
the
I catch
races.
the catfish in
so
that
you
pond every
know,
day.
just so you know, I went over there for a Bass Pro Shop activation thing with Austin Dillon.
And you went skinny dipping.
Got into a discussion with the guy that owned the place, and he's like, "You can come out anytime. There's batteries under that tree over there. They're all charged. Throw it in a boat, hook up the trolling motor, go fish all you want."
Ooh.
And you skinny
I'm like,
dip.
you got it. No, but I went fishing.
Bubba Wallace gets a clean run up and gets second.
Hey,
They almost crashed Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch and Noah Gregson off of 2.
Whoa.
Dillon's running pretty well today again as well. He's not
So
outside the top 20.
I
Did he
will
get
say
top
this.
10 last
I don't
week?
get why
No, he
why
didn't.
Reddick doesn't do a throwback for McDonald's because like
The last they did run one with a Kurt Busch throwback. And then last year they ran the money line throwback for
Can somebody
Tim
boot
Richmond.
Massey out of this thing? Just ban him right now.
Richard Petty is better than
Oh.
AJ Foyt.
Yeah, I'm glad
right.
Concur.
this is
Concur.
100% correct.
How many Indy 500s
a million percent correct, by the way.
How many Indy 500s does Richard have?
Massey, if I know you're on quote unquote vacation, if you actually want to hop in and debate this with Neff, text me and I will send you the link.
Let's see. Oh, what about 24 hours a Daytona? Richard won how many of those?
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
while we're at it,
man.
how many 24 hours of Le Mans did Richard pull off?
Tony bringing up only the fact that Petty's only won here 3 times.
I'd say almost. Well, he had a pretty bad wreck up here too that one year.
Hey, you
Bad
want to know
Darlington.
another great stat about the King? Hey, pay-per-view's back. The King never won at Myrtle Beach Speedway.
Let's not acknowledge it. Hey,
Bubba's
The
the
King never won
23 is
at Myrtle Beach.
catching the 24.
and
And
the
Tyler
45
Reddick
is
is right
fourth as
behind.
well.
I'm about to say, yeah, the Tyler Reddick is right behind Priest. This is gonna
Looks like Bubba can go up a little bit higher against the wall than the 24, so that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's Bubba looks a little
RFK's got
better in
3
3
cars
and
in the
4.
top 7.
I know we may or may not have brought that up during the stage break. Yeah,
Nah, Keselowski wasn't that far up.
he was 6th. He finished 6th in the stage.
Yeah, remember you
Get
tried to
outta
make
here.
a Satan joke.
Get out of here. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Ronnie James.
And
Dio comment.
reminder,
God damn.
Caleb graduated from Liberty University, so he might actually burst in flames if you keep doing it.
Oh
much.
my God! Now he's going to be talking Jerry Fowler.
No, I will not.
the
Absolutely
flames.
not.
Oh, I have a joke that I really want to say right now, but Caleb, I have too much respect for you not to say it. But I really had a good joke that I don't know how many people would get. But
I don't know.
You
I'm
can
sure we'll find out eventually.
later. I wonder if it's one of the same ones that I've heard a billion
well,
times.
I wanted to ask if you had a certain occupation at one point in your life. That's it.
Oh, no, I have not had that occupation. I've heard plenty of jokes about certain occupations that might take place in the summer.
Near a man-made body of water that is
Yeah,
used by
small one.
families.
Also,
That's very
speaking of water, there look like there might be some rain on that onboard camera hanging out in the area.
I don't know if it's
I don't
rain.
know.
It might just be dirt.
There's
Reddick
supposed
up
to be
to-
rain coming.
Reddick
it is
moves up to
cloudy.
3rd here, past Priest.
That crap that was dumping all over
By the way,
Midwest is coming. this
Shout
way.
out underrated throwback. They're doing the STP throwback with the 43, of course, but they're honoring John Andretti. So
Shout out.
that's pretty
R.I.P.
good.
John Andretti.
Yeah. How about
I am
that?
glad
for
STP isn't a sponsor
your
anymore.
IndyCar throwback right there, baby. Gosh, that is pretty.
I mean, speaking of another better driver than AJ Foyt.
That 82 looks.
John Andretti?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I just
I was
everyone.
going to say, did you even blurt that
I
out?
did. I will say I did before. Was it? I might have been when it was live. I did tell them how to get.
Oh, I don't know.
Lotus
If that's
powered by Ford. So is
They're
that kind of
asking-
like
asking Richard if he ever drove an Indy car, by the way.
either
Reddick.
either Reddick's flying or Bubba
I-
was just letting him by, or maybe both. I don't know.
I
Reddick,
believe
I don't know,
Richard
because-
ran the 500 once. I'm pretty sure.
Reddick.
the Indy
Reddick is-
500?
Yeah,
I don't think Richard Petty ran the Indianapolis 500.
I think he did. Bobby Allison did.
Look at this.
the greatest.
Maybe I
Canadian
picked the wrong
five lap.
2311 car. By the way,
I picked both.
by the way, if the race, let's say the race ended right now,
Racing it right now, nobody
Right
get
this
any
second?
points because it wouldn't be an official race because it hasn't gone long enough.
oh my god,
Just saying.
Neff. All right, just imagine like this is where everyone finishes. My point. The top 3 right now, Byron, Reddick, and Wallace, would also be the top 3 in points. In that order.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the stage 2 points as well. The greatest made it.
I'm
5
assuming
laps.
he's talking about Richard Petty.
No, he's talking about Larson.
He's talking
Oh,
about
yes.
Larson wrecking.
Okay, I was wrong. Richard never raced in it, but he did own a car that John Andretti drove in 2009 in the 500.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to say, I
was gonna say,
remember.
maybe when Andretti did the double, he was a part of it.
Yep.
Mhm. John Andretti in 09 when he ran the 43.
It seems that Bubba's fading here because Priest is gaining on him too.
Yeah, and Reddick is closed inside of 6/10. He's up to 4/10 behind Byron now.
He's a 10th and a half faster in the last lap.
There is some shade over the track, and I wonder how that's adjusting things because
Ooh.
it's track's in full shade now. It was fully sunny earlier.
Reddick is making progress on Byron. He's about to battle for the lead. First battle in the lead in 111 laps.
Shall we roll?
Meanwhile, Mike Joy and the King are talking about the minnow pond. There's that gap.
Larry is not a fan of Kyle Larson.
Larson overrated and wow. Don't make excuses for greatness. I'm about to say that turn 2 bump will spook some people. That's what I was saying earlier. Byron's led every lap.
Well, that's not
What are the odds
shocking.
of that?
He's had a
Priest
good
was-
car.
I am surprised. These guys have given a little bit more than some of the past. Like they're letting each other go a lot into turn 1 and things like that. They're kind of being gracious so far in this race. Obviously, that'll change the longer the race goes on.
Oh no, what is that? Who's that? Oh, glass shattered. Oh no!
Oh no!
Did he decide not to? Are you trying to get your job back?
Yeah, I'm begging Tom as we speak. I should, I'll take
Once
a
you
pay
quit,
raise.
you can never come back.
Not at Frontstretch. You can quit daily and come back. I just do the George Costanza and Seinfeld where you just show up like nothing happened, like you didn't rage quit. Yeah.
It's now time to battle Richard Petty versus AJ Foyt.
Well,
Throw it out.
I heard Neff say that Richard had never won the 24 Hours Daytona, but he won at Daytona double-digit times, and you figure each race is about 3 hours, so that adds up.
3-4
That adds up
hours.
to
Wow,
overkill.
are we really going to try to piecemeal that crap together?
Over time, it adds
Why
up.
not?
Wow.
Also, you don't run 24 hours at once.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was Parnelli Jones that won the 24 hours by himself.
Really?
I believe.
Right. So, what they have like massive delays in between?
That
He
was,
just
that was back when men were men.
I'm about to say,
We didn't have
smoke.
we didn't have cool suits when it was 70 degrees outside.
Smoking in the car back in those days.
Every pit stop, they give him a line of cocaine. Just
That was I don't remember if the David Pearson car is still on Thunder Road at the Hall of Fame, but for a long time it was the only car on Thunder Road that had a working cigarette lighter in it.
that's awesome.
It's truly awesome.
Put Dick Trickle had
Dick
that
Trickle,
too.
yeah. Dick Trickle did that.
Yeah. Dick Trickle would famously have the cigarette lit before he lifted off the gas when the caution would come out.
He's ready for it.
You think Joey Logano's in the car making race car noises like Cale Yarbrough used to do?
No,
Probably. That's believable.
I don't think he is.
The spotter's like, Joey, take your finger off the button.
Look out, ladies and germs. Here comes Tyler Reddick.
Bubba's sliding to 6th, maybe 7th. Because
How are y'all still ahead? I'm in an ad.
I am at a
Blaney-
commercial break.
Blaney is up to 3rd now.
Bubba dropped to 6th.
Yeah, he's been falling. Priest back up to 4th because of that.
It
Zane
seems-
Smith is still
it
Zane
seems-
Smith is still in the top.
Look who's
10.
in 8th.
Let's go. Zane Smith's better than AJ Foyt.
okay now.
That would
Okay.
be crazy.
That's awesome.
That is wild.
How many truck series champions does AJ Foyt have?
That would be a good one.
I will say this. It appears
I think AJ retired the year before the Truck Series started, I believe.
He was scared. He didn't want that.
he was
heat.
scared. He knew that Zane Smith
he didn't
smoke
want
was
the
coming
smoke.
in 10, 15 years, 20 years. I don't know. But I will say this. It appears them dying Yoders, are not good on the long run outside of Tyler Reddick. Because if we go back to the last stage, all the Joe Gibbs cars faded, and now Bubba's fading as well. So it appears that maybe a Toyota's path best to win today is a late race caution.
Well, I
Yeah,
say
Bubba
Zane
was
Smith,
okay
too.
on the last long
Look at
run, I
this.
thought.
The Fords looked the best in the long run, I think.
Which is not shocking. It feels like that
Yeah.
that tends to be a thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
did
'cause
you see
Priest
those
was-
RK guys start moving up?
Priest and Busher were
Blaney.
gaining on him by the end of the stage.
I mean,
now you have
even-
Blaney in 3rd.
I will say this again. If this is Zane, there you go.
Yeah, Zane made that pass.
It is wild. Look for the second best Chevy.
Oh,
like-
it's raw. It's AJ Allmendinger right now.
Yeah,
It's
Not
AJ
even
Allmendinger at
with-
11th.
The Hendrick cars, they must have just taken Elliott and Bowman's speed and just gave it to Byron this week.
I do wonder if Byron loses the lead here, will he start
Maybe
fading
drop
because
back.
the clean air?
See, maybe, but like Elliott and Bowen just haven't even been up there to begin with. And Larson, like he qualified back there.
He was hung money today, not Kyle Larson.
explain what you mean by that, Trey.
Hung money.
I would love
Hung.
to hear the explanation.
Hey,
Let's-
SVG's up to 24th. He's
let's
battling
just-
with those other Hendrick
He's
guys.
coming.
Let's just
He is coming.
well, speaking of hung money, there you go.
I'm about to
That's
say
crazy.
another guy that's been
Thank you,
moving up
Caleb.
the
The
field a
only
little
one who
bit.
got that joke was Caleb.
Oh my God! Here's the Richard
I
Petty
hear
wreck where he's
that.
falling out of the side of the damn car.
There we go. Massey
Oh,
finally got it.
Jesus.
I'll say another guy that's been moving up a little bit. Eric Jones is now up to 14th. I mentioned this wreck earlier.
Eric
Yeah,
Jones. is-
Jones has
Shocker.
better tires. Well, not like better,
He's like 2
not
laps
better lap
fresher.
wise, but yeah, he just didn't run hard at the end of that stage.
Now, Barry did pit. He was one of the guys that I believe pit. He might have even been the first one. He's up to 15th.
No, I'm about to
Hamlin
say
is back there at
Jones
16th.
is the first one, I think. He's 14th, and then Barry's 15th with those tires. 'Cause he's been making way. Reddick's lost 3/10 to Byron. It's faded
Yeah,
a
to your
little
point,
bit.
Trey, he's kind of slid back a little bit. Those Toyotas.
Blaney's
I
stayed steady. At
I
123.
think the best car on the long run, and probably if I had to make a pick right now to win this race, because I'm assuming long run to end the race is the 12. Is who I
Well,
think.
Something's gonna happen to him.
Yeah, way to go out on a limb there, Trey.
No, that would be the way for Blaney to like. It would be Byron would dominate all the race, and then Blaney pass him with like 15 to go. Like that would be the way Blaney would get his first win after like dominating and losing some of these races.
Trying to remember. I think Blaney I think he must have done something to his tires in the last run, but he kind of fell way off at the end of the last run.
Blaney is now almost under a second to
Well,
Byron.
he's challenging Reddick now for second. He's got a great middle to not so long run, if you know what I mean. Just not
What
a
is
super
that
long.
throwback to?
Is Dave Blaney, his dad.
Oh, that's a Dave Blaney thing?
That's
Yeah.
the Avocados car that he won in 05. The Busch
Yeah.
Series.
Avocados from Mexico.
Haas Avocados.
So Gene Haas was in the avocado business back then.
Yeah. But they're both catching Byron now. I think that
Not
little
really.
arrow push.
They all get close, then they all just stabilize, and then we all drive around with 3 car lengths between each other.
Yep.
The 4-letter word. I'm about to say it's the 4-letter word that Mike Neff hates. Arrow.
Yeah, I had to get clean air at Martinsville. Shut up. God,
You missed Massey.
that
You
makes
missed
me
the
so
500.
furious.
Massey, you missed the 500-mile rant.
The 500 lap. Oh yeah, the 500 mile.
No,
run.
500
Mile.
miles.
Yeah,
Wow.
we had
He
that
wants-
last week too.
He wants
We need-
Martinsville to be.
Oh, yeah.
He wants Martinsville to be 2 days. Watkins Glen to be like 3
No.
days.
Bowman
No.
Gray.
Bowman
Yeah.
Gray,
What if they
500
did the
miles,
Clash? 500 miles at the Clash this year.
quarter mile. That's 2,000
I'd be
laps.
down for that. I would be down
2,000
for
laps
that.
with Bowman Gray.
Be amazing.
You
I
might
would
have
think-
someone like Tim Brown win it at that point, 'cause everyone else
You
just
could.
falls out.
Everybody else.
Tim
laying-
Brown versus Burt
laying on the
Myers
hood.
in lap 1975.
There would literally be like 2
And,
people in the.
and Junior Miller would come back and run 5th at
be like-
freaking 98 years old.
There would be like 2 people in the crowd by the end of the
Blaney
race.
is hitting.
See, and that's where you're wrong, Trey.
The
That is
spotters
the one
would
part
leave
you're
by the
wrong on.
halfway mark.
They would still have 7,000 people in the stands
Oh.
losing their minds.
Ryan Blaney is just pitted.
Yeah, we're getting
That's
pit
one
cycle
pitted.
starting off.
Oh,
Blaney's
Now
trying
we get to
short
see
pit.
what happens.
I bet a caution comes out, traps Blaney a lap down.
Yeah, right.
Seen enough of these races.
Carson Hocevar just intentionally spins again.
Here comes
He
Priest,
did.
Reddick, Busher. I wonder if Byron will do that long run, kind of Denny Hamlin-esque strategy. Because if he pits here, he's
Here
screwed.
comes Bubba with the sesame seeds coming into pits.
Ryan Priest is in.
Wrong.
Reddick's
Sesame
in.
Seeds is Reddick.
Busher, Smith.
I swear that's a 23.
Yeah,
didn't it?
Reddick has the sesame seed bun.
Bubba has French fries.
Yeah, Bubba's in the pink and purple
Yeah.
My bad.
Columbia car.
I thought that said 23 on it. I bet.
No, the 45 is in the.
In the bun.
Hey, it was a Michael Jordan number, so
It was because
True,
when he
true.
returned, the Bulls
Ah.
retired 23.
That's right.
Austin
Run it.
When he sent out the fax that said, I'm back.
Austin Hill is outrunning Ty Gibbs
Because
right now.
he wanted to go play baseball
Sure, he did.
and was not possibly suspended for gambling.
Or
Mhm.
used by the mafia. Either way.
Byron is still staying out.
he's doing the Denny Hamlin long run strategy. We'll see if it plays out for him or if we're going to get.
Wallace is pitting.
The
AJ's
interesting
pitting.
call is that Keselowski pitted. They always go long.
Yeah.
These will be the first laps Byron doesn't lead once he pits, and I'm assuming gives
Cycles
up.
out.
Well, we don't know yet because if the
Assuming he
Yeah,
Oh, well, they could.
may-
He could.
may go 5 laps and everybody else pit, and it'll be a whole lap ahead of everybody.
We could have a caution in like
true.
a lap or two, and
Yeah.
everyone's a lap down.
Kyle
Ooh,
Busch
he got
has
loose in a
smoke
turn one.
coming out of that ramp.
Oh no!
There it comes. The
Wait,
Kez
wait,
spins
wait for
on new
Oh my
tires.
gosh!
Wait,
Kez
what?
spins on new tires.
Well,
I
that
cannot-
happen?
oh, no caution.
that is crazy.
Wait.
He almost got destroyed by Michael McDowell or somebody.
oh, that was Bubba. He almost hit him there.
So we don't throw a caution now.
Too far ahead.
Behind now.
Yeah.
There it is.
So we don't throw a caution now.
Because they never want to
They
throw
don't
them in
what? Why do you throw the caution?
Can I?
Bowman.
spin.
Oh,
Bowman-
not
want
oh,
the
he's got a
end.
flat though. He's got a flat.
Joy saying, "Ooh, you're right. It was close." Joy here. Shout out to Joy. Blaney seems that. Yep. I think you're right, Joy. I think Blaney's.
Oh damn! Almost got into Zane Smith there on the spin.
That son of a. Don't mess up
Zane's
my.
okay. Zane's okay.
I
Zane's
know, I will.
fine. Zane's fine.
I had to go fight TJ Majors trying to wreck my boy.
Long John Silver saw his life flash before his eyes. there.
Yeah, he hit the fire right
Oh,
in the face.
They didn't get the tire on. They didn't
Got
get the
it
tire
there.
on. The wheel
Oh,
nut.
is the
You can see
tire?
the tire's not on because if you watch the spin in slow
Oh, I
motion, you
see
see
it.
the
I
wheel.
see
You
it.
see the wheel nut come out.
I'm a little behind now. I don't know how that happened.
He's got the other eye knocked out now. So, but I would like
They
that's
did
kind
make
of
contact.
Why is
6
it
and 38
NASCAR?
make
Why is there
contact.
no caution there?
Because
Why
it's
is
in the
there no
middle of a
caution?
pit. It shouldn't be a caution.
So what?
That wasn't
It should have been a caution when Hocevar spun, but it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
well,
weren't doing pit stops at that
classic
point in time.
NASCAR.
Pit
I'm
stops
about
should
to-
not make a damn bit of difference.
He did keep
also,
the tire
but
on.
to be
so he
fair,
avoided the
to be
penalty.
fair,
Oh, there's a
that
caution.
involved that wasn't a 1-car spin. That was a 2-car wreck.
It wasn't a wreck. He hit off the front of his car and straightened right back up and kept going.
That was a semi.
They can't anticipate. They can't
Caution is out
anticipate that's
now.
going to happen.
Caution's
Can't
out now.
anticipate when freaking
Caution's out.
Keselowski's
Caution's out.
I have no idea why it's
But
out
why
now.
is it out?
Debris. I'm
Probably
guessing
for the
because there's
debris from the
the
wheel
wheel-
nut.
the wheel nut.
That's yeah.
Eric Jones got to pit road on that before the caution as well.
Another week, another caution controversy.
So
I think-
debris in the middle. Wait. Oh, here's a big thing. Blaney got by.
Yeah, he
Blaney
unlapped
got
himself.
by. He unlapped himself before the caution came
So
out.
did Reddick.
Yeah, Reddick
Like-
and Blaney are on the lead lap.
And I will throw this up for us. It looks like here's the Dylan. Well, I think Ty Dillon was on a lap down anyways, but why did he throw the caution so late?
I'm guessing debris. I do wonder if, like,
Debris.
I mean,
Phantom
Reddick
debris.
and Blaney were out there for 8 or 9 laps.
Busher is the free pass. Yeah, they said debris.
Wow, look at that. Byron 138 laps led today, most all time to start a Darlington race
So
and counting.
Blaney and Reddick unlapped themselves. Eric Jones was able to pit and stay on the lead lap. Everyone else will have to take the waiver out.
Eric
know-
Jones, the big winner here.
Do you know if A,
Let's watch
Jones
what happened.
pitted, and B, if he, because the pace car was ahead, he sped up.
That's
and
what I
passed
just
the pace
had.
car coming off
I
the
just
pit
said
road.
he pitted and stayed on the lead lap.
But that's what I'm saying, because he sped up to beat the pace, like he was behind the pace car and passed him down the backstretch. And also, did he actually stop or did he just
Yes.
roll pit road?
He
So-
actually stopped.
To interrupt, it was a loose wheel for Keselowski.
With the wheel nut rolling down the track.
And so
Hey, look, there's a piece of debris. Thank you for showing the piece of debris
Yeah,
I
there's,
said
there's
it-
wheel
down
nut
on the
It
was the wheel nut.
inside of the track. Where if you went down and hit that, you had bigger problems going on than worrying about hitting that stupid nut.
Oh, there it is.
yeah,
that's
so they
that's
so
the
you're
cau-
saying they
that's
should have
the
probably
caution.
so Busher gets the free pass. It'll be interesting to see. So I guess these guys will start behind all these cars that are still on the lead lap. So like Austin Hill. Wow, this is gonna be a jumbled up field.
Yes,
This shuffled the field
very much.
all together.
So like this benefits other guys. It benefits is Denny, Josh Berry, Bell, Bowman, Austin Hill, the Ties, Ty Dillon, Ty Gibbs, Briscoe,
Ties.
John Hunter Nemechek. Reddick is in front of Blaney as an FYI, and then Cody Ware is still on the lead lap. Eric Jones, it benefits.
Then Cody Weber's still in the lead lap. How about that?
Look at that.
I believe he was.
Might have been.
If it's a green flag pit stop and I'm a crew chief, I'm just doing whatever the 22 does every time because Paul Wolf knows when the cautions are coming out or something.
Paul
Yeah,
Wolf has a Ouija board in his pit box and
Yeah.
knows exactly what's going on.
Well,
For what
I
it's
don't
worth-
get
Or
that's
he has Roger Penske on the roof, who has a direct line to freaking race control.
That's
All
true.
right. All right, everyone go put your
The wrong
tinfoil hats on.
series. That's the wrong series now.
For what it's worth, Blaney.
No, it ain't, my friend. I
so
promise
interesting.
you. Roger
Interesting.
writes a
So,
big enough check today.
so Reddick and Blaney are both going to have to pit because they went too hard on their tires. Because of
Eric
the
Jones
mechanics.
doesn't have to.
Yeah, so Eric Jones will probably assume the lead.
Yeah. That's what I said. Eric Jones is the biggest winner in this whole sequence.
Diabetes.
I'm assuming. I will be right back.
Have a good pee.
It's almost a snack break time for me. Trying
How
to
long
see
you
that.
been, Massey? I ain't seen you in like 2 months.
Let's say the snack of the day is
I've
these
been
all
gone.
dressed Lay's chips right here. Not a sponsor.
I just got back from Nashville last night.
That was Nashville. I didn't know
It
you
was
went there.
awesome. Really good time.
Did you stay dry?
Did you get to play somewhere?
I did karaoke at one of the places there.
I would have loved to hear it.
I did that the last time I was in
About-
Nashville. I did
Is that
karaoke.
what we're gonna do when we go to Milwaukee for the IndyCar race up there?
I don't know any good karaoke spots in Milwaukee. I'm sure it exists, but
I want to say you went there
I
last year. You
guarantee
gotta show me around.
yeah,
You gotta
I was unable to find a good karaoke. I mean, I was by myself that time, so I'm never gonna do karaoke by myself.
I'll go with you. You know I would.
Okay.
I'm not a
Okay.
stranger to nobody.
Hey, to answer Joy's question in the comments, NASCAR has spotters all the way around the track
Mhm.
that let race control know when there is debris on the track, and then race control decides when they want to use it. Because I saw that firsthand in Richmond. God, it was probably 10 years ago now. I was in a photographer's stand in 1 and 2, and cars were coming out of the pit lane, and a spring rubber fell out of one of the cars and was on the apron at the exit of pit lane. And I hit the guy next to me, and I'm like, watch that. That's going to be a caution.
Mm-hmm.
And about 45 laps later, they threw the caution for debris in 1 and 2, and they came over and picked up that spring rubber. It was complete and utter garbage.
The phantom debris caution, baby. You love to see it.
My guess, Joy, is they have monitors that shows them all the cameras.
Dude, you're late. You're late. I just had a whole discussion.
And there goes Trey.
Yeah,
I had a whole discussion about the fact that they have spotters stationed all the way around the track.
Thanks,
They'll
yeah,
let race
thanks,
control
Neff.
know where
I
it's
don't-
Hey,
I try not to
also-
listen to you.
at. I know you do. You're very smart for that, my friend.
It was needed. I don't think that was needed though, Tony. Like that was. There's no need to throw a debris caution for something like Darlington has the longest out of the groove line you could think of. Like
Oh, yeah,
that in Pocono.
That
That
nut
Pocono
was 75 feet away from where they race on the front stretch. Like I said,
The
if
only-
you were going to hit that,
You're
you were having far bigger problems.
Greg
What is
Biffle.
Biffle wearing?
Look at this.
Greg Biffle is a Chad. Oh my god.
That is phenomenal.
I
Is he
freaking
sleeveless?
love
Is
that.
he
Did you
lost?
see his picture with Pastrana? Because Pastrana had the sleeveless driver suit.
Well, he lost a bet to Cletus, right?
I believe.
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
that's what it
Maybe,
is.
yeah.
Biffle lost a bet to him, and he has to be sleeveless.
Greg
Oh,
Biffle
right.
looks like a freaking bald eagle right now.
Why
Yes.
is Boyer just stroking him?
That's what I was wondering.
Because he's Clint.
Clint, boy,
Clint is Clint. That's all there is to it.
Also, quick note: Eric Jones. I did see him on pit road that last time, so I do think he had just gotten on pit road, and the caution came out, so he just rolled to keep from going a lap down.
he's still ahead of Blaine, or I guess he's lined
He's
up with
next to
Blaney.
Blaney.
I forget they
And
they
behind
choose,
Reddick.
and it's nothing like a
Here, I can.
green flag.
Denny Hamlin in fourth.
There's the order.
Denny Hamlin in fourth. Make a note of it.
Jones is
We're in lap
12th.
Barry's in the top
143.
5 now.
143, and Dennis has.
But this
pulled into
really
the top
screwed
five.
Ryan Preece and Bubba Wallace, who are
Mhm.
and
Damn.
Zane Smith, who are in the 20s now.
Hey Trey,
lot
how do
of
you
my-
feel that Zane Smith is behind Cody Ware?
A lot of my picks have gotten screwed by that. Man, such an unnecessary caution.
Totally unnecessary.
Yeah, like if it wasn't a caution for the sideways car that almost got hit by a couple of guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
Thank you.
I'm not complaining about Brad sideways almost.
No, I agree. I
hitting
know
Bubba
what you're saying.
Wallace.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like what? No need. Why? All right, 40 to go, I guess. I like how they keep race update. Kyle Larson is spun on lap 5. He's off track. I didn't even know that.
Well,
Jeez.
Wyatt, that's for someone who's just now
That's
tuning
for
into
somebody
the
that
race.
just turned the race on and they're getting caught up because they don't have YouTube that lets you go back and watch the highlights when you turn on the channel.
I guess it's for the cash. It's for
Larry,
the casual fan.
He spun, and I know you did that as a troll.
You're a funny man, Larry.
I tell you what, Richard Petty and AJ Foyt are both better than Kyle
We
Larson.
have a Kyle Larson.
At this point, I would agree that AJ's better. I don't know about Richard.
I don't
Although, to be
remember
fair,
Richard ever wrecking by himself.
Like random shot of turn 2, exit of turn 2.
It's that bump right there where they're all hitting it. You can see the front of the cars bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
The bump. Aren't we due for a static picture to show tire rubber on the track?
Not at Darlington.
Like Kyle. That's what I thought it was.
But here they just do the strike count. So
Blaney and Reddick are back into the top 10.
Is Mike Joy chiming in
Tied
about
on in the
torpedo
top
bats
10.
since the Yankee graphic was up?
what'd you just call Mike Joy?
I said, is Mike Joy chiming in about torpedo bats since they had the Yankee graphic up?
Torpedo bats.
Hey, torpedo bats, great things.
That's another
Timing.
one of those things that drives me absolutely nuts. We're all
Timing.
losing our minds about torpedo bats. Have you guys ever watched softball? They've been using full barrel bats in softball for like 50 years. This is not something new. There's your
Also,
avocado card.
again, the best part of baseball, baseball and racing are similar in one thing. The best part of the sport, or one of the best parts of the sport, is finding every gray area you can.
Yeah.
It is true.
And
I'm with you. And then they do something stupid.
And
like
there's unwritten
outlaw
rules.
They outlaw the shift. That's still the dumbest thing ever.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Professional batters that cannot hit to the opposite field. There is zero reason for that to be a thing. Also, professional pitchers can't hit is also stupid.
The only difference is NASCAR celebrates those that cheated and had success. Like, could you imagine
Unless
if they
your
were
name-
like,
Unless your name is,
And then
unless your
immediately
name is
make
Smokey,
rules
they
against
can
it.
end up in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, could you
Your name-
imagine if
Your name is
NASCAR was like,
Smokey, they won't put you
hey,
in the
Ray
Hall of
Abraham, Jeff Gordon, you guys had cheated up race cars. We're not going to put you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Fame. T-Rex.
Yeah, we
hey,
should
even
bring that
though
back
even
for
though
like
you were
weekend.
a big cause of the biggest boom we had in the history of the sport, we're not gonna put you in a Hall of Fame because you may or may not have cheated, even though you have technically never been caught.
That's not true. You don't remember when they had the titanium freaking rotors? And his
I'm not
front wheel
talking
came
about.
off and he
I'm
was
not
sparking
talking
up a
about.
storm?
Yeah, I was not
Lubricate.
talking about them. I was talking about Barry Bonds.
Oh, I thought you were talking about them not getting put in the Hall of Fame.
No. Massey was making a joke how these baseball people are not in the Hall of Fame, and he was saying it's like if they put Everham and Gordon in. And I made the
I
joke about how
apologize. I did not hear that setup. My bad. I apologize.
Bonds never got caught.
I wish in the true spirit of throwback weekend, we would just let teams bring the most cheated up cars for one weekend.
God, that would be
Who does
awesome,
the
wouldn't it? Just throw the no tech.
Throw the book out
Just
the
throw
window.
the book out. Bring in
My-
whatever you want to bring and
Bring the
let's
Gen
go.
4 car back.
Let's go.
Get rid of the radios, too. Pit crew's got a.
Well, they got rid of
That's what
hey,
you-
they lost
You
the
were here
CT
when they
data.
lost the SMT data, and I'm like, this is a
that's
great
awesome.
throwback weekend, man.
Well, according to Neff, a host of ours radio got unplugged and that's what caused the
that's
second
why he
wreck.
ran into
Raleigh Herbs.
because his radio got unplugged when he hit the wall.
So-
the first time.
Couple notes: Priest and Wallace are now back in the top 20.
Way
Wallace
back.
barely.
Priest 17th, Bubba Wallace 20th.
Yeah.
How about Ty Dillon holding steady in the top 10?
How about
Patty Moist
Ty
throwback.
Gibbs 6th?
I get
All right.
What is Ty Dillon's throwback to?
Patty Moist.
Patty
Patty
Moist.
Moist.
Oh yeah,
Moist.
so she
Female
climbed
driver.
in the
I actually
car.
showed her come into the shop. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Also,
going to take.
I'm gonna take a
Die.
don't know. Up.
Oh, he kicked himself out. Good. He just no, he didn't just kick himself. He turned his computer off, or he closed the window.
Oh,
Close it
he's
off.
gone. Yeah, well, I'll be interested to see if the Gibbs cars, if they fall off a cliff again in about 15, 20 laps.
All
I
right,
think
this might
Ty's
be
will
the
lead.
perfect time for this then. What happened to the speed of the Gibbs cars at Darlington on Sunday?
Is that your Ed Lane impersonation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the Adelaide.
Not bad.
I will take that. I appreciate it. I had I had a mic rolling on the floor last week when Gibbs got involved with Reddick or whatever when he spun out, and I brought out the Ed Lane accent and he died. he said and I quote, he said it was the best Ed Lane impersonation he's ever heard in his life.
I don't think there's many. That might have been the only one that he's heard.
Probably.
One of two.
One of two. The OG and me.
Let's get crazy here on this insaneradiodeals.com fast take. What you saw this past weekend at Martinsville was a race in which it was old school, dominated. You gotta like his like a lot of dominated by Denny Hamlin, and it relates to dominated by Denny Hamlin, which is not shocking, of course, but shows a return. Does he possibly win more? That we'll find out more after this insaneradiodeals.com fast take. Tune into the Fast Lane, weekday afternoons, 5 to 6 p.m. on VTRN Sports, 93.3 FM, 1320 AM, and on the VTRN Sports app. Thank you.
For those unfamiliar with
Ed Lane works.
He's Trey's boss.
He is not my boss. He is my coworker. Well, he's like half my boss. He's my supervisor.
Oh yeah, he's still I forgot William Byron's still leading the race. He hasn't relinquished the lead.
Oh, Blaney.
Blaney.
Has he been credited with leading every lap still?
Yeah, he has.
During the caution?
Yes.
Yeah, because he led during the caution, and then, he was leading when the caution came out. And
joining us now from the Redneck Riviera
That'd be me.
at Neff Short Track on
Strike
Twitter,
count 23.
Mike Neff.
That's a pretty good Ed Lane impersonation there, Mr.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's because I hear it every day.
Yeah, I'm about to say you got it. You got it every day. I just did it off rep.
The key is he does have a higher pitched voice, but you have to not stop talking, but
you got to kind of
I know how
to kind of draw it out a little nasally.
But you also have to like it. It's a flow. So like he's like da 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 da.
The biggest conversation from Darlington Raceway last weekend was the caution during stage 2.
I hope he's watching this. He's not, but
sadly, he's probably not because he sucks.
You should show him. I'm about to say you should go.
Speaking of your throwback, there's Patty on screen. Look at that.
There's Patty.
Like they knew what we were talking
right now.
about.
I'm seeing Ty Gibbs.
Give me a minute.
Ty Gibbs, Patty Moist, tomato.
Yeah. So Byron is up to 163 laps led
consecutively.
What's crazy about that caution is that it's a crazy caution that completely flipped the field, but now the top 10 looks more conventional than it did before.
But Byron's still in front.
I say Ty Gibbs is 7th, Ty Dillon 8th.
Yeah, of course it benefits Joey Logano the
not
best.
Conventional.
Yeah, but before we had
Roger Penske in this man. I don't understand why you don't understand this.
I'll talk about parity, and you might have a race where one guy leads every single lap, just like back in the 1970s.
Parity? Are you kidding me?
Well, when the cars are so close and you can't pass each other, then that kind of
Get them off the ground.
honestly, these cars are more off the ground than they used to be. They sit them back
Uh-oh.
now a little bit more than they.
Here's a race trend. The guy that's lived the most laps at Darlington the last 5 races hasn't won this race.
Oh no.
Yeah, and most of them finished in the 20s and 30s, other than Larson.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this: he might lead every lap, and then but it only goes through stage 2 because the rain.
I love this soundtrack with freaking Wyatt munching on chips in the background. It really sets the thing. It makes me feel like I'm at an actual watch party.
No. It's good. It's the aesthetic of the field.
I love it, brother.
Hey, Kyle Larson is back on the track, 161 laps down, but he's back
There
on the
you go.
track.
He may
Woo,
end up winning.
woo NASCAR.
Chris Paul cuts the lead to 72.
I will give that a woo NASCAR out of 10. We have
Whoa. Look at the run Barry had right
Ooh.
there coming up on Hamlin's rear.
Yeah.
Woof. He
Um,
had the nitrous turned in right there.
He wasn't in the picture, and he just zoomed into the picture.
If anyone cares, which maybe this will get us on the algorithm, UConn national championship. UConn beat the brakes off of South Carolina in the national championship.
Yes, they did.
Yikes.
Who y'all got tomorrow night? I picked Florida. as
Shout
my
out
freaking
Alan
game.
Bestwell, by the way.
Oh, the voice. He is the voice of.
He is
I
the
think
voice of UConn women's basketball.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sad. I actually
I got-
picked Duke. I thought it was going to be their year.
I had Florida.
Ooh.
Duke final, and I'll take Florida still. It
I
always
had
seems the
Florida
team
Duke
that gets
final,
this.
but I picked Duke.
Michael Massey just turned purple
Yeah,
for
I
some
saw
reason.
that.
I look fine on my screen.
You turned purple for like a second.
It was
Not a lot of oxygen in here.
Sorry for the jump scare.
I was Grimace was coming.
Yeah, so the only concern I have is now that the fast cars in early this race are now just stuck in the back.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to say,
I mean, Blaney
kind of
still
happy
made his
they
way up
might.
there, and Reddick's still close, but I don't know.
he's 160 laps down.
Ricky Stenhouse, a lap down.
Don't worry.
Richard.
All we need is 163 lap cautions, and then Kyle Larson's back in this race.
Well, that would be
Austin
assuming.
Hill in 16.
Hey,
He
if
couldn't even make
Larson
any
is
more
truly the
talk
greatest driver in the world, he should be able to make that up.
I don't believe so. There are some
Motors
things.
by everyone. Like,
There are some things even young money cannot overcome.
Richard Petty would have made those laps up.
That's true. I'll give you that. But that was back when he was winning every race. by
Ned Jarrett
20
would have made
something.
those laps up.
Mhm.
God, I don't even know what I did with my spreadsheet I had. I did a spreadsheet where I
So-
went through and chronicled all of Richard.
So
Petty's
this is
200
literally
wins.
just going to be a testing session for Kyle Larson because mathematically he cannot gain a
Yeah.
single position the rest of this race.
Right.
Well, it is a playoff race, so might as well.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I did a breakdown of Richard Petty's wins. 85% of the wins, it was either him alone on the lead lap or him and one other car on the lead lap.
My
That's
God.
crazy.
That might be more about the competition than him.
Again,
That's still impressive. Oh, by the way, Byron and Logano
it
1 and
speaks
2.
volumes is what you had in the competition in general back then.
We
I
also
think
ran on smaller tracks,
Yes, true statement.
That is
so
true.
you're gonna have more people lap down.
Briscoe picked up a stripe.
Oh, bad on
But like now, you'll have everyone on the lead lap, but
Lord,
there's still no
Busch is
parity because you can't
24th.
pass the guy that's first.
24th.
Logano's gained a little bit, but it's like nothing crazy.
It's just so hard to get.
Larry's
Like once
looking
you
at-
get to 310.
Larry's looking to pick a Larson fight, fellas.
Larry. Oh,
Larry, I'm going to take a bold take here and say Larson will get to top 20 in wins by the end of his career. Just going to point that out.
Probably top
Well,
10.
I'm about to say Larson's definitely going to be top 20.
I do want to know what Kyle Larson did to you, Larry.
What is
Apparently, he turned him down for an autograph. I'm guessing.
what did I'm about to say? Where did Ryan Blaney go? Oh, he's fifth. Never mind. I was trying to find him with his different number. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Larson. I'd put hard money on Larson getting top 20 in wins.
Yeah.
That's
Next
crazy.
weekend in Bristol, Caleb will be there.
Yep.
Larson
Thank you,
going for
Valley.
the sweep.
Look at that beautiful man.
Larson going for
Look
the
at that beautiful
sweep
man, Aaron Judge.
with the torpedo.
No.
I don't think
Aaron Judge doesn't use
won
it.
at Darlington.
Aaron Judge doesn't use a torpedo bat. He just hits 60 homers because he can.
So Kyle Larson has to win 10 races to be top 20 in wins.
He's won 9 in the season.
As of right now.
I mean, he'll probably get half of that this year.
Now you got to figure Logano's
Definitely.
probably going to get up there. I don't
just
think
use-
Keselowski's going to get there. Although Keselowski's only got to win 4 races, so he could get there.
Keselowski only needs 4 to get there.
Can get to top 20. Yes, he has 36 wins and 40 wins is Mark Martin, who's in 20th.
That's more of a bet to go by because Keselowski, it's been almost a year.
Yeah,
since
he's
he
been
won.
running like a bag of hammers, man. So it will be.
Keselowski's not even in the top 20 right now.
Nope.
He fell all the way back.
That's because his wheel fell. Well, halfway
Yeah.
off. I guess didn't come all the way off. But
Most of the way off.
at least that saved the crew members 2 weeks of
He
vacation.
is 2 laps down in 35th.
So we got more spam.
Oh yeah, because of the stuff. Yeah.
Austin Dillon making moves headed to the front.
Where's
I don't know.
Dylan's?
They
Where's
just showed
Dylan
her making
running?
a pass.
He
They just
passed
showed her making a
Keselowski
pass.
2
That's why
laps
it's out
down.
there.
He best said Keselowski was 2 laps down. Barry ran up to Hamlin and couldn't pass him,
Nope.
and we're kind of
That's
whole
how
field-
this car works.
the whole field's in limbo now.
Although Blaney got by Bell. Speaking of which, how about Bell? Give him some credit.
yeah,
He got lucky.
He
Got-
was running
got
like
a little
garbage for 80%.
He was about to get let. I mean, you threw those Gibbs cars in the top 5, and
Yeah.
they're just not
6
driving back.
Gibbs
I mean,
was a
I
lap
only
down at
thought-
one point.
I'm about to say the only two that really made their way through the field a little bit was Blaney and Reddick.
Yeah, Hamlin was about to drop out of the top 20 at the end of or I think it was either at the end of the first stage or before those pit stops started. Like he was really struggling as well.
Major props to Ty Dillon too. He got the luck, but he's stayed up here. That's the biggest-
But he's been doing that all year. He runs up there, hangs around top 10, top 15, and then something stupid happens with like 20 laps to go, and he ends up 25th.
Byron's stuck in lap traffic again. Logano's closing.
It's okay. He won't be able to pass him.
Yeah, they're all getting in the air on the Aero train.
He also only has 5 laps to go on the stage, so he might just kind of be chilling out. Like there's not a ton of urgency for him right now.
He's got
There you go.
Larson behind him.
Barry about to pass Hamlin. Oh my God, Hamlin almost hit the wall.
I think he did.
Oh,
clip
he
it a
did
little
hit the
bit.
wall. Yeah, he did hit the wall.
Oh my God, stripe count goes up.
Take a drink.
I got
Every Barnesville or every Darlington stripe, take a drink.
You would die.
Oh,
just a drink. Now, if you had to do a shot, that'd be different.
Take a shot.
like
Take a
take
30,
a
shot,
sip.
you
need to
wouldn't
take a
get through the
sip.
first stage.
30 shot.
30 shots, you're dead. You're dead. You're done. All right. Well, Logano's 1.2 or 1.4 now.
Into the wall.
I-
Goes.
I'm calling it. Byron's going to lead this whole race. Something's going to
He's
happen.
not going to lead
at the
every
end.
lap because I think
Yeah.
he'll have green flag stops at the end, but
Something
he'll get
stupid's
close.
gonna happen.
Something
Keselowski
will
will have his
happen. Logano will win.
Keselowski's wheel nut will fall off and it'll go through freaking Byron's radiator.
I
take
see
him
what you're
out with
saying.
like 6
Yes,
laps to go.
you're right. You're right, Massey. He's gonna.
Yeah.
There's gonna be he's gonna be second with
Hold on.
like a caution with 10 to go,
Yeah.
and he's gonna it's gonna be a repeat of what year was it when he passed him?
Uh,
20
2022.
that was
22.
different because Byron didn't dominate that race. Logano had the better car that race.
But still,
Although Blaney's up to fourth now. He's with that group right there.
He just
And,
went around Barry.
I think Blaney's got a shot in this final stage.
Blaney's good in that middle to that longer middle stage. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Logano's catching him.
Yeah, that's Byron right up ahead of him with the black bumper.
Byron.
With a black bumper.
And
Final lap of the stage.
Nope. Mike Joyce said the line. Joey Logano is coming.
Have any of you boys been able to take the pace car ride at Darlington?
No.
I'm about to say I've never done a pace car ride.
Oh,
I
that's sad.
did. I can't remember who I did it with.
I'm telling you, man, you
No.
have a whole new respect for these guys when you actually go into turn one.
I did it
and
with Ray
realize
Everingham.
how freaking narrow that is. With who?
With Ray Everingham. And
God, why would they make you do that?
I remember thinking, like, didn't I hear you had some bad wreck where your depth perception was off back in his racing career? And he's driving me inches from the wall at Darlington.
Yeah, that's not good.
I'm about to say who is driving you?
Ray Everingham.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd have had my insurance up to date for that ride. My favorite was I got a buddy of mine that's a huge Mark Martin fan, and Mark was doing the pace car ride to 1 year. So I actually got him to do a video to say, "Hey man, wish you were here. Hate you're not getting to go on a ride with us." And I said it to my buddy. But then I said, "Yeah, I heard we were going to be riding with the greatest driver in the history of the sport, and I was surprised that they got David Pearson to do pace car ride." And Mark Martin's like, "I'd have believed that too. I'd have wanted to ride with Pearson." I'm like, "Good. Glad to know you appreciate that."
I'm about to say Martin was on Door Bumper Clear this weekend too, or this last week.
Yeah,
that was a pretty
Mark's
good.
Been doing a lot of stuff lately. It makes me wonder if NASCAR's been prodding him to get out and rile the troops up a little bit.
Will Michael Massey be on for when we have Kenny Wallace on Happy Hour? Tune in on Tuesday. Will you have unquit by then?
God, I wish I could be on with Herman. That would be fun.
I mean, it doesn't really matter who's on with them. You just say, Kenny, NASCAR.
Oh, yeah, you just ask him one question, and the next hour he talks.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Kenny, did you see the race Sunday? That's the show.
I forget.
I got a lot to talk about the race.
He and Schrader were talking some crap the other day.
Yeah.
I forget what they were talking about.
Was it the etiquette in Xfinity?
Maybe.
It was. I briefly saw a clip about that. Everyone's kind of given their opinion about it since it's been a week.
So currently, William Byron has led 187 laps, and there have been 0 lead changes.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
He's going for the Jeff Burton.
How about the New Hampshire Jeff Burton?
Yeah. That was one of the worst races I've ever watched in my life.
Restrictor plates on a flat oval.
It looked like this. It honestly got it looked like this race. You had a whole bunch of cars all nose to tail with about
maybe we'll get
have car lengths
in the
between
car
them and nobody could pass anybody.
Well, with the restrictor plates back then, did that equal out to as much horsepower as what they're running now?
No.
No, I don't think it did. It was like 400 horsepower.
Yeah, it was awful.
400 horsepower on New Hampshire.
Is there a crossover?
Not needing numbers on car because we got transponders.
Nice.
Hell no, it's not.
Oh wait, we got
I'm
another
gonna-
bot coming on.
I'm
What
gonna
is
hop off
honest
now,
double
guys.
takes? Trey, get on there for honest double
Bye,
takes. They
Matthew.
want you to sign up.
I can't
for 'em.
kick Twitch people out. Bye, Massey.
I'm gonna hop off now. Good to beat
hello,
now from the
it's-
debate.
Bye,
Wow,
Quitter.
man,
Good to see you, Michael.
it was a pleasure seeing you, man. I hope you find a job soon.
They're not getting your job back.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Take care, man.
It's like how like the booth brings in like throwback guests.
Yeah,
for
we
the
had
race.
Michael Mack.
Yeah, we brought in a
for
throwback.
stage 2.
Had him in for the second
quick.
stage. They always have him come in and do the second stage.
And now joining us, Mark Martin for stage 3.
Gotta love the throwback pit road outfits for the 21.
Oh, man, that was the same outfit they had at Las Vegas.
Dude, the
They-
freaking 21 runs the throwback scheme almost every weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their outfits and stuff are always pretty vintage.
Mm-hmm. I love their aesthetic. It's good to have them in the sport.
So here we are, 4 laps into this caution, and we're finally coming to pit lane. Why?
Yep.
Why does it take
Commercials.
4 laps? for
Because
us to
because
get
stage caution.
Commercials, that's why.
Oh yeah,
I swear to God.
Arian first there. Everybody coming to pit road.
Bell's peeling off.
Honestly, Byron has, like I said, the best crew too. Everything's been perfect for him. Oh, Ryan Blaney slow on pit road. They could not get that left side up. That and Byron threw that tire way. They threw that tire way to the left.
Wow, Dennis looked like he might have been speeding as he came
And
off.
He was zooming.
Byron won barely.
Is the camera? Is it the big yellow line or is it the yellow line in front of it? Because that's what a lot of these places.
I don't know.
there's like-
I always get confused.
yeah,
Yeah, I get confused too. Sometimes it's like the white line, then it's the yellow line.
It's like whatever one they decide to set the camera up on.
where did Blaney come out of pit road there?
I think that-
Not in the top 10. I didn't see he lost a ton.
I think it's the big one because that's where the cameras were positioned. By the way, official statement from Ed Lane in terms of Ty Gibbs: do not bet him right now. He can't afford the jinx.
Ah,
Don't worry, I haven't touched Ty Gibbs all year
funny guy.
on any of my bets.
I that's a safe bet. I'm not betting Ty Gibbs. anytime soon.
If Ty Gibbs is on a head-to-head, I'm betting against him. Actually,
Unless he's running against Van Gisbergen.
no, that's true. I'm about to say, if it's somebody ridiculous like that, then no.
Yeah, so Blaney did not make it in the top 10.
Yeah, no, definitely not in the top 10. He's
24, 11, 22, 54, 20, 21, 45, 10, 48
what?
are the top 10.
Oh, top 10.
At least 10
Brian-
spots.
Blaney is scored 16th right now, I believe, off of NASCAR's app.
Because I'm looking at the graphic when they came off pit lane. I got Byron, Hamill, Nagano, Gibbs, Bell, Barry, Reddick, Ty Dillon, Bowman, and Busher was.
That's what. I got
Oh,
too.
that's 20 minutes ago.
That's what I got too. Busher's the last guy in the top 10. Good pit stop for Ty Dillon, staying in 8th.
Yeah, man. Because it's not time for him to screw up yet. It'll be the last.
Hey,
pit
I will
stop
say
to
this.
screw up.
Good news, Ryan Priest, Bubba Wallace both had great stops. Jumped 5 spots, trying to get their track position back. Blaney's
That's
down in
good.
16th.
Word.
But my boys, 38
See,
crew,
watch this.
needs to be better.
Blaney's going to clear all the way back up to like 4th again. And then he'll do something else stupid to screw him out of the win.
Zane Smith's only 20th now, unfortunately.
Zane's coming.
Hey,
Z-
hey, I
Zane
just
is
need top,
coming.
for my team. My team, I need them just to keep top 20 range, and that's good points.
Yeah, Carson
Hey, what?
Escobar keeps screwing my
I love
happy
when
hour
we have a
draft
good
team.
points day.
I'm about to say now, if Byron wins this race, he'll be the first ever driver to get a perfect race in the timing of of the fastest lap era.
Oh,
Wow,
winning
that
at
was a
lap-
reach for a freaking stat. Holy crap.
So like this season.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. So 8 races.
Well,
in.
he could lose the fastest lap though. Somebody can throw down a faster lap than him.
So
See, Joy's on me on my bandwagon. Hamlin looked awfully fast there. I agree.
yeah, but it appears he didn't get caught. Stenhouse to the rear for throwing equipment is the only pit road penalty.
Who's he throwing equipment at?
Throwing to you.
He hit me with his booty. Pulled a Ward Burton on me.
Gregson also not single file entering pit lane.
Yeah, they had a weird checkup getting into pit lane.
Yeah, somebody back there got out of line, but then I thought they
Before
moved back in.
the
Why do we have these two chuckleheads jump in here a couple times a race? It just does nothing for me.
Jamie McMurray is really good.
Jamie's great. I'm about to say Jamie.
I don't want him doing what he's doing. Put him in the booth.
They have him in the booth in the CW for Xfinity.
I know. And I'm
He
fine with
deserves
that. I don't need him standing down here on pit lane during the second stage caution, chuckling up with freaking Chris Myers eating a hot dog.
It's all we have left from the Hollywood Hotel.
Hey, they're giving for all the new viewers, they're giving a race update on what's happened, and then they're also kind of giving the booth a little bit of a longer break. Although I guess the booth is back now.
less Clint Boyer, the better.
Yes, indeed. I wish Greg Biffle could stay and replace.
I like Clint in the booth. I don't have a problem with Clint.
I wish Greg Biffle would be in the booth.
It's just he just says the same thing every week. The pit
Better
window's
than
open,
freaking
boys.
It's better than Junior and Burton screaming the whole freaking
I
race.
don't
No, I love that.
Junior Burton had that booth had
You love that?
Amazing. Amazing
Shut up.
chemistry.
That was his first race.
That was awesome. Yeah,
And that was iconic.
His first
Very
race, and his
That's how
second
he.
race,
But
and his third race, and his fifth race, and his seventh race.
no.
That was the problem.
But
It was
that
the
at
same
least is
screaming
a
the whole
When
a
squad job, it was whoa.
that's at least a natural reaction.
Yeah.
The NBC guys didn't talk over each other all the time.
Yeah. Clint Boyer steps on
How
people's
does
feet for
Biffle
the
not have
freaking,
a farmer's
for the
stand?
freaking finish call. It's so cringeworthy. Like, I'm glad I'm listening to y'all versus like when I replay the race and hear Clint Boyer like butcher the call.
What is
Green
quad
flag?
meat?
Quad?
So the last
Quad
time,
meat.
yep.
I have no idea.
Well, Brandon Dillinger would like to see some quad meat.
Don't acknowledge that person, please.
Okay.
He's
Apologies.
do you get what he means by that?
No, that's why I was asking.
No.
What's quad meat?
Next doesn't understand.
You want to see somebody wearing shorts with their quadriceps showing?
You're close to the area he wants to show.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh,
Don't spoil it! Don't spoil it!
Oh.
Reddick in.
Oh man.
Oh, Oh no, Josh!
That wasn't very nice.
That was not very nice at all.
I don't think Reddick's at fault. It's just I think
They squeezed off that bump.
and he got loose.
Well, luckily he has that one.
This changes everything.
Nah, it doesn't change. Don't change much at all.
That was the joke, Watson.
Window net's down.
Yeah, he done.
Dang it.
Did Tyler make contact?
I think so.
I think they made contact. It's just
Here you go. If we have
I didn't spoil it for you. I didn't.
If we have 19
I thought about
overtimes,
it.
Larson could
You
get a
went.
spot.
Wait a minute. Yes, you did. You went Barry.
Nope. I said boo.
Yeah. Okay. Wonder what that.
Boo.
It's okay. I mean, it's not the.
Mm,
There it is.
I don't.
Yeah, he barely some contact with the right
Yeah,
right
what-
rear of Reddick.
I think
Got
Reddit
very
tried to
loose.
throttle up there and just clear, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Nah, just
Yeah, man.
barely ran out of room.
19 cautions, and Larson will be able to move up a spot.
I don't think he'll move up
Or
a
not,
spot.
not caution, excuse me. 19 and green, white checkers.
Yeah.
Mm.
there-
Hypothetically, if everybody else crashed out,
Oh, he moved up a
Then-
spot. JJ Yelu's still out.
Think about that. If everyone crashed out and Larson was left, that means we would have to wait for him to make up the 160 plus laps.
we'd have to wait. So,
We get
that
a-
would be
hey, we
a-
get
That
our
would be
500
phenomenal.
miles. Look at that.
That would be your 500 miles. Now
like
we're
what
talking.
what would the ticker even do? Would it just like stay and
It'd
just
stay
have
at the
Larson
same
just
lap
stay
and
static,
at lap?
yeah.
Yeah.
It would just
So
be
Larson-
static, and slowly but surely Larson would be ticking them off.
You know, it'd be cool because like if everyone like crashed out, it'd be a race to see who could repair the cars first.
So, have you ever heard my ideal dream of the championship race?
What?
Qualifying gets rained out.
Okay.
So your 4 guys that are in the championship are your first 4 cars on the track.
Yep.
They drop the rag, they go into turn 1, and the leader
Oh,
messes up, and all 4 of them get wrecked out.
yeah. I've had this fantasy
So
before.
the
too.
4 of them go to the garage, and the whole broadcast is cameras in the garage watching them fix their cars to see who the first one is that can get back on track so they can win the championship.
No, my dream was when we still had the DVP, and like everyone gets out because they're too damaged, and then the broadcast has to sit there like with the thumb up somewhere and try to figure out what to say about how great this playoff system is.
Well, yeah, but that was my point, because they were not going to enforce the DVP if the top 4 guys in the championship wrecked out. There's no way they would have let them finish 34th to 38th or whatever.
34th to 38th.
They're going to make them.
whatever it
They're going to
is.
let them race. Yeah, it would have
33rd to
been
36th.
unbelievable to see.
Wow.
It would have been unbelievable. That is still my dream scenario.
Oh no,
I want to
would-
see that happen one year because it would be epic.
the most obvious and major flaw that they don't want to admit. It's oh my gosh. That's why I just focus race to race for NASCAR. I can't take it. I can't take it seriously. Anyway, but meanwhile,
The
Tyler Reddick
as Trey
bumps the
Lyle
left
comes
right
back.
on Josh Berry.
yeah, it looks
Everything
like
come out okay there, Trail?
Barry came out. Yeah, he got out of the car fine.
No, I asked if everything came out okay for you while you went to the restroom.
I didn't go to the restroom. I got a donut.
Nice.
yeah. I think Reddick, because Barry
Ed-
kind of slid up the hill, and
Ed
that's
Lane had a
too. And I think Reddick just assumed he was going to clear him with the momentum, and he was not clear.
Ed Lane about had a conniption right there, happening right in front of Ty Gibbs. That stinks. That was a beautiful car.
Good Lord. How many flaps are on a car these days? Look at all the different
1,
things.
2,
flapping in a
3,
breeze
4.
by spinner. There's at least 4.
So
And you also have the diffuser like drops down or
Yeah,
goes up or whatever.
that's the
too.
big part when you spin. All right. So Barry Radio says I think the 45 just wrecked him. He was not clear. I would say, yeah, definitely was not. And then Reddick said I thought he was giving it to me. I guess, and I was wrong. So he thought Barry was just going to give him the spot.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They're talking about
dang.
the jacks. Damn.
Shut up,
He
Buggsy.
almost took out that dude's left knee.
Jeez.
Man, that's flashing back to Junior Johnson breaking that freaking official's leg.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's a classic, man.
That one always gets replayed.
Yeah. told the dude 3 times, you got to get out of the way. And the 4th time, he
Well, I saw
drove
them
him in
like
the leg and
demonstrate
smacked his leg.
that. I saw them demonstrate that new, like I say that new motion, that motion during the week. That's really close for comfort. That's too close for comfort for me.
That's why you're
That's
not
also that angle.
the
So
front tire.
we're from like behind. I bet you it's not as close as it looks.
Dude, I bet it's close enough. Even if it's a foot away, it's still close enough.
But they're so choreographed.
I know.
They're
Professionals.
Mike, they're talking about that same story on broadcast now.
Of course they are.
I agree with what Harvick said. Looked like they went for the same real estate, says Joy. Agree there. Starting to get a little...
And look at how fancy that Jack looks, man. That's high in dollar. Have they shown a picture of the blimp yet?
Now, I'm about to say, because they recolored it for this race. It's silver.
Right. Yeah. Back to the old days.
They haven't showed it yet.
That's weird. Goodyear must not have paid for the commercial. I mean, it's only the Goodyear 400.
Well, doesn't hurt to point the camera to the dang blimp.
We wouldn't think that would be hard.
Fox, it's not a budget. I'm about to say this is the point in time where I would mention that they haven't even shown a kid yet, and then they would pan to one in this moment.
Right. Some kid's got 14 French fries sticking out of his face.
Yeah, Byron.
There's the beach ball again.
Oh yeah, beach ball.
Love beach ball.
That would have been a jump scare if you didn't say anything.
It's like gone into the clip just a few times. I'm surprised.
I'm Trey Lyle with a balloon.
Lyle's always got effects.
Shot to MacBook.
What's Kyle mad about?
Yeah, I heard some bleeps over the radio.
He's just mad
Take your
about.
pick. He's running freaking 25th.
He's running 20th.
20th.
Excuse me.
He's in the top 20 now.
Yeah, just because Barry dropped out.
And he chose to. Well, he lost track position too at the start of the race. They were slow. Like, oh my goodness. Eric Jones quietly still in the top 10.
What happened to not weaving your tires after turn 3 on the lap coming to green?
Oh, I was about to say, I don't know.
I mean, that was 10 or 15 years ago, but it was freaking people were
Tony
always
Stewart,
jacking
right?
around with it. Yeah. And it came to a head with Stewart, and they banned it.
Yeah.
And now the last 2-3 years, I've been watching it happen again. I don't know why all of a sudden it's not a thing anymore.
Ooh, Bell.
Bell squeezing Byron here.
Oh, could we get it? Is this the moment of truth? Do we get a new leader?
As Byron
Nope.
sails it in.
Don't think
high with the
so.
momentum and
You'd
clears
have to
him
get a
coming
run
off
off
of turn 4.
Off of 4.
Thanks for
And
watching. No.
No, not there.
Bell really tried there, though.
Byron's still leading. But it's Bell up here. Like, yeah, Bell and Hamlin turned this race around.
Again, it's just like
Anti-Gibbs.
Yeah.
Anti-Gibbs, but
It's
well,
the question
I'm
though,
not
like
worried.
how
It'll
much
come
of it
to
is
an
like
end.
their cars got better versus how much of it is they're not in the middle of
Good track
this mess that we're
position.
seeing
Yeah,
now.
just to put in perspective, Bubba Wallace, who is what? At worst third most of the day, fifth, top
Mhm.
5 most of the day, is not even back in the top 10 yet since that caution for Keselowski.
Here comes
Bubba's up
Blaney,
to
though.
12th now.
Blaney's the 14th.
Yeah, Blaney got tight behind Chastain there.
I mean, Priest hasn't come back too, and he was second for most of the race.
I'll say Reddick. Oh, here's
That's
Barry.
a mighty green hat, Josh.
Looks kind of nice, honestly.
It does. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I was never one of those no green race car people.
I am trying to think when the last time a green race car won a race was, though.
A grain car?
Yeah. Like a primarily green car.
Chase Elliott, Dover. In 20... Was it 2020? Or was it 2018?
He did win with Mountain Dew at Kansas, I guess, one year.
Yeah, same year. Same year, I believe. Oh,
Blaney 13th.
Bubba's falling back.
Is Bubba falling back, or did Blaney just happen to get past him?
Well, Bubba
Chastain
got
got
passed
on
by
him, too.
Chastain as well, yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
Look at that uniform spacing. It's so pretty.
Primarily green. I'm gonna be hung up on that for the rest of the damn day now.
I know. 'Cause it doesn't happen
Wyatt's
very often.
pulling up the
That's for
Dude,
sure.
Wyatt's pulling up the diecast site, going back through the winning
Well,
diecast.
I don't know if you counted, but Chris Buescher last year at Watkins Glen built
Yeah.
submarines.
Yeah, Byron won with Raptor last year at Coda.
Oh
so-
yeah, that one for sure. That one for sure is great. Primary green.
But it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, no, it doesn't happen that much. You don't see it's not easy being green.
Deep dive. What paint scheme color has the best winning percentage?
last
White and red. Hello. Well, no,
time
they got back.
last time
Light
each color
blue and
won a
bright
NASCAR
orange.
race.
Yeah, blue.
Light
yeah,
blue
light
and bright orange is your number one.
whatever Richard Petty's color scheme was.
Blue,
Yes.
red,
Or no, because New York
yellow.
has more wins, but
Yellow has
I
a
guess
lot.
a blue car, like a blue car, it's either a blue or a black car because you're basically debating.
I don't know, man. Red and white.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people won in that 21.
But I'm counting that. Like I'm counting Petty and like you have Petty and Johnson.
And Pearson.
Like a black. I feel like black cars would have a lot of wins too, though, with Earnhardt, and then I mean, plenty of guys have won races in primarily
Johnson.
black cars.
Hamlin, first half of his career was a black car.
Hamlin, Johnson's won a couple.
But red, Bobby Allison won a lot of races in red.
The big move.
Coca-Cola car.
Yep.
I would have liked to have seen a
And then-
closer look at
And then
those.
Darrell Waltrip was in red and white with the Budweiser scheme.
Yeah.
Big
Bill
move of the
Elliott.
race. William Byron keeps the lead.
Yeah, big move of the race. Byron still leads.
I wish we would have seen the backstretch, like a close replay of the backstretch, because it looked like they might have made contact, but
I don't know if they. Oh, like when he came back up.
yeah, like whenever, because they were really tight on like side by side, and those I guess Hamlin and Bell are kind of keeping with them this time. We'll see if they again fall off or not, because it's Logano had good long run speed at the end last time as well, but it's like he gets so behind and gets passed by these Toyotas, and then he has to work through
How many
them.
laps have we got in this race?
Left.
No, total.
263, I think.
I'm about to say, just remember though, like
There's
it's not
81
over.
left and we're at lap 212.
Right. I was just trying to figure out how close Byron is to 200 laps led.
He's
He
already
already
He's
is past
already
that.
led 200 laps.
So it's more than
Well,
He's
200.
he's
however
led
many
two.
laps
He's
have been-
led 213 laps.
There you go.
yeah.
So it's like 294. I guess I could look that up if I was smart
I'll
enough
say-
to use the Google.
I mean, it's not over because Byron
It's
loses that
never
speed
over.
at the end of the run.
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? It's never over.
Well, the Germans didn't bomb Pearl Harbor,
So it was
so
the Japanese that.
Oh my God, dude. Don't. Just don't.
I'm just saying.
You know better. Oh my God, Lyle. I truly had faith in you, man. And you just torpedoed the whole thing.
Oh well, the Japanese did torpedo Pearl Harbor, so
too soon.
Jesus.
Trey Lyle.
It's
It's time for Trey to get canceled.
Sorry.
See, now the part that makes me sad is you said the Germans didn't bomb Pearl Harbor, and Caleb was supposed to say, "Shut up, he's on a roll," but Caleb didn't pick that up, which really ruined the whole thing.
Oh man. Of
course, Caleb's probably never watched Animal House, so I can excuse him for that.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that
I
is.
get what you're saying now. Okay.
I have
My
no
bad.
idea.
Oh, did the light bulb go on?
Yes.
Jesus.
Zane Smith top 20.
Oh, Trey, man.
Todd Gillen,
I'll tell
top
you.
20.
Hey, good news, Kyle Larson. You're not going to finish last. JJ Yeley will.
AJ on
Yeah,
the
I said that earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, get with the program.
Come
Hey,
on.
Kyle Busch 16th. Wait a minute. Where did that come from?
He was he was in 18th on the restart.
I know. He started 18th. He's gone up 2 spots.
Yeah, Bubba
Here
Wallace
he
fell
comes.
off,
Full 2
and
spots.
I don't know who else he passed, but he passed Bubba Wallace.
Eric Jones in the top 10.
Yeah, good race.
Ty
for them.
Dillon's slipping back a little. He's 12.
Oh, Chris Buescher passed Ty Gibbs before we go to commercial break.
Go to the commercial.
Yeah, and-
Side by side. Oh, no, even side by side. We got
Elliott
full on flow going on.
We got full on flow.
Elliott and Bowman have found the top 10 again. Or I guess
think just found the top 10 in general.
Yeah. Also, some of the guys
that's not
mentioned
slow.
maybe
That's-
some
oh, yeah,
raindrops
it is.
earlier, but there's nothing on the radar in the area. There was like a
Yeah, it
little
seemed like
tiny-
it's gotten out of there.
Bless. I'd say now is a great time to figure out who's led the most laps at Darlington for one race,
Ever.
even though it's 400 miles.
Isn't that Ned Jarrett? When he
Probably
won by
Ned.
14 laps?
Did he lead every lap?
It was in.
Well, no, he didn't,
There.
because this is the first time. This is the first time someone's led consecutively, or the most consecutively led.
This
Not
is
everyone.
honestly, this is baseball's version of a no-hitter. Like, and it's even more rare.
No, this would be. It'd be a perfect game.
Yeah.
You got the pole.
Yeah. I guess a
Well,
no-hitter would be like,
There you go.
was he fastest
Did
in
he-
practice?
But he didn't win practice.
did he
yeah,
not
so
win?
it'd be a no-hitter.
Oh.
But
I would
he
argue-
realistically, he needs a caution with like
Yeah.
50 to go.
Yeah, he needs a good time caution, either something like what happened in the first stage or I mean the second stage, or just
Oh,
splitting up the stage with the caution.
he was 6th fastest in practice.
Wasn't Hocevar fast, or no? Bubba was fast.
Hostbar was fastest. Like,
It's crazy how much Saturday speed he's had this year, just to like go out and finish.
well,
less than
I'm about to
22.
say the green track probably helped him there, though. That's the thing.
I think
Also true, yeah.
I think it's kind of like your talent can show really
So-
good 1 lap speed. It's your car that can show really good 20 to 30 lap speed.
Yeah.
How about this for a story? Ned Jarrett won by 14 laps and only led 62.
That's crazy.
Daryl Derringer led 199 laps
And then he had a problem.
differential failure,
Yeah.
and then Jarrett led. for
That's
the
right.
14 lap victory.
Daryl Derringer. Was he driving the 0 car?
He's driving the 16.
Oh, okay.
Bowman at pit road. He has a right rear down after hitting the wall.
Ah.
Dang.
Why are we showing Clint getting in the damn car again?
Gordon Red.
I guess we got to show something when he's led 200. By the way, it's 293 laps.
Yeah,
So
there he
he's
is.
led
He smacked
220.
Qual good too.
22. He's led 222.
Are you ready for the debris caution from the flat tire? That's
No.
all the way down at the bottom of the track.
Yeah, no, we
I'm
got to get another 20 laps in here before we have that.
Fair
so
enough. We need the fun
The
caution.
beauty would be if they showed you the debris now, and then they threw the caution in 20 laps to go pick up that
There it is.
debris. That would
They've shown the Jeff Burton stat.
This is when he's gonna wreck.
With the
it was
Set the
300
graphic
laps?
up.
I thought,
with the
It's gonna be
graphic.
an all-time
I
announcer's
thought
jinx.
Burton led 400 laps. I thought Burton led 400 laps.
Now that one was 300.
Oh,
Truex
oh,
led
300.
Truex led like 392 or something that year. He won the 600.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leading freaking
And he did it at
587 and a half
Martinsville,
miles.
too. He did it at
There's
Martinsville and
plenty.
led like 496 laps or something out of 500.
Kyle Larson last year, Bristol.
So, if Blaney had a good pit crew today, do you think Byron leads every single lap?
I don't think.
Yeah.
I think Blaney still has a chance too. I know he's 9 seconds, 10 seconds back right now,
He's in
whatever.
ninth.
But I mean, he's got a really good long run car, and I think, caution or not, I think he's gonna get within 2 seconds by the end of this thing. If it stays green.
I would just really like to see a full round of green flag pit stops.
I
The most
would love
time-
that too.
You know what's the most NASCAR thing?
What?
So, let's say the caution happens with Byron, so he can pit, like they can all pit, and they don't do green flag stops,
Somebody stays out.
and then he keeps leading. He keeps leading, and like he's led every lap, and then with like 10 to go,
There's
caution. He has the lead on the final restart, and then loses the race
Oh, I mean, that's what's gonna happen. It's
because someone
Yeah,
just
that'd
spins
be-
it in there.
Well, that may not be the most NASCAR thing. It'd be the most Justin Allgaier thing.
It would be the most Justin Allgaier.
Yeah, if this was Justin Allgaier, then you're right.
it's the way this modern era NASCAR goes. Whoever dominates like wins the race. I'd love to see like a percentage of
Outside of
drivers that had-
Hamlin at Martinsville, the dominant car has not won any of the races this year.
Damn. Bubba fell off the face of the planet.
Yeah, he appears to have an issue. Well, not an issue. He's just
Skill
Wow,
issue.
Briscoe, way to go, buddy. Second, third, seventh, and 27th.
Yep. And I picked Briscoe today too for one of my picks, and he's not living up. He's 2/10 faster than Bell. Nobody else is even close. Jeez. They should have threw back to the T-Rex car. That would have
Blaney
been
ran
perfect.
faster that lap.
I
Oh, he
really
did,
would
yeah.
love to be able to do a documentary on that car with like Ray Evernham and have him actually show all the crap that was just crazy.
It's like got to go through the
pit
classified.
cycle going to happen in 12 to 20 laps, according to Rudy
Yeah.
Fugel.
All right.
Probably accurate.
Barring a
Probably
caution.
accurate.
Yeah,
So
I
we
am
need a
curious
caution.
when-
We need a
'Cause that-
caution anytime now.
Yeah, caution would put him in that window because the last time Byron had two guys right behind him and they both pitted and would have, because it was Reddick and Blaney, they would have left him or flipped it if things had stayed green. But this time he doesn't have anyone near him. But at the same time, like he's not going to, I don't think he's going to stay out there and be the last.
Well, even if he pitted, if there's green flag stops, he's not leading. He's not. Someone's going to lead a lap, not him.
Pre-sin. Now he's starting it early.
Yeah, still might be a little too early now, I feel like.
Yeah, because even if he
Because they went 50. I think they went 52 laps. Was the longest run they were on earlier in stage one. Whenever
Must
He could be 30 it. He could be pitting and then going 30 more and then
That's
pitting.
true. Yeah, he could.
he could be doing the two stopper. Yeah. About to say you got to do something different than Byron though,
Oh, for
and
sure.
hope for no caution. Now
That's the only way you're
obviously.
going to have a shot. Only way you're going to have a shot.
He only pitted with like 40
Well,
laps on his.
Provided Byron doesn't bounce it off the wall, because there is that option. Because he just scraped it through 3 and 4 there pretty dang tight.
Yeah, that'll be the other one. He'll like blow an engine or
very
hit the
wide
wall or
on
something right at the end. Eric Jones, top
Broken
10.
tie rod.
Yeah, I'm about to say Eric Jones been sticking in the top 10 right there.
The front row cars are kind of together moving up as well. They're all three in the top 20 now and steadily making progress behind Kyle Busch.
Zane Smith back in the top 15 because of that.
Blaney just went by Gibbs like he was tied to a post.
That was Herbst. He was they were lapping the 35.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is the wrong.
You sure?
Yes,
wrong.
it was the
Blaney's
35.
Blaney's in 7th now, and he's just ahead of Gibbs.
He already passed Gibbs.
We passed Gibbs, yeah.
Yeah, he's been
I
in
did
front of
not
Gibbs.
see it
Blaney
happen.
passed
I think that
Elliott.
was the third. I'm pretty sure that was the 35.
Did not see it happen.
There's more green on the nose of the 54 than the 35.
No, flip it.
Flip it. More green on the 35 nose than the 50. I don't know why. It's
I like that Daytona. They did for the 35. They also did like a green gradient pattern to kind of differentiate it on the roof as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when
that
you're
was
a
helpful.
mile and a half away from the corner, you can tell the difference in those.
Yeah, they needed.
Staying to 11th.
One's got a gradient. Look now, Kyle Busch going for 13th.
All right, we're.
Dang,
Ooh.
that's
Of course,
a
he's going to go by
Cindric.
Cindric, and Cindric's going to left rear him.
solid passer on the
Uh-oh.
outside.
Very solid.
Pitts.
Pit
Who's
stops here. That's Shane Van Gisbergen, and that's
Suarez.
John Hunter Nemechek.
Yeah, they're further back cars. No up front.
Nobody crazy.
contenders.
Blaney fighting Busher for 6th.
I know he's still a long ways back, but I think Blaney.
I'm on your bus, Caleb. I am on your bus, man.
You hear what
I
I'm
think he's
saying?
the
I
only.
think
He's the. I just
He's
don't
the
try.
only guy asking people.
Let me see where Blaney is after these pit stops, and then I will.
Yeah.
I will, because I agree with you on concept that Ryan Blaney, like that would have been mine. I said earlier in this broadcast, but it's just I don't trust his pit crew right now.
He ran slightly. Him and Logano both ran slightly faster than Byron that time, as did Hamlin.
Yeah, the Penske car's got the speed late in the run. Hamlin's
Logano
also
pitting.
just as fast.
There goes
Yep,
Logano.
Logano's going in. That's what you got to
Good
look at.
Logano.
Paul Wolf going in now.
Joey Logano's pitting. Oh, okay. Never mind. The caution ain't coming out. He's not leading every lap.
Paul Wolf of Paul Wolf's
You know,
voodoo
Joey
Joey
magic.
Logano getting screwed.
There
No.
goes the perfect game.
There goes the perfect game.
The no hitter. The no hitter is dead.
Yeah, and I know we're talking about the perfect race, but like how long do you stay out? Because I mean, if you do,
You stick to the strategy you had. I think
is
that's
it like
it.
8 to 10
Yeah,
laps? Is
whatever
that
your
normally what the
strategy is.
difference is?
At this point, I feel like he's splitting it.
Yeah, I think he's splitting
which is-
it. So
what
he'll
is it,
go with like 50.
108?
Yeah, probably around 50 to
It's
go.
like
He'll
108 in
he'll
the
pit.
final stage.
Wait till somebody has the tire come off again.
Blaney cut a whole second and a half off of the lead the last 2 laps.
Second and a half in 2 laps.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jeez,
come
he's
on.
flying.
My TV's frozen, so
Oh, we got you. Reddick's in pit lane now.
Trey, why are you watching
Reddick is in the
Frozen?
pits. Blaney is up to 4.
because I needed to let it go.
Nice.
Feels like, well,
Are you singing Frozen now?
No, he said, "Why are you watching Frozen?" And I said,
let
"Because
it
I needed
go.
to let it go."
Oh, very nice. Good call, brother.
Sick.
Please wait a moment and try again.
I feel like Dennis should be getting ready to pull in here
All
any
right,
second.
I'm gonna pull it up on my computer.
Bell, Hamlin. Well, those guys. I'm about to say Hamlin likes going long too.
I have it on my
Maybe.
computer right now, boys. So we're good.
And there's
Oh,
another second out of the lead for Blaney.
Busher's pitting.
Yep, Busher's on.
Bell
Is Bell
just
pitting?
got
Because he
passed.
just
I guess
dropped.
I don't think he's pitting. He just got passed. I think all the top guys are doing this.
Maybe he.
Split
I
the
feel like
stage.
Bell's
Blaney just
pitting.
passed Bell. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Bell.
I think Bell
He's
is
pitting.
pitting. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. He's pitting. Gibbs up to 4th.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
he
here it
still needs to
comes.
pit though.
I think
There
Byron's
it
getting some
comes.
dirty air now, but Blaney is legitimately like 0.6 a second faster. He's about to.
That's what I'm saying. Like Byron, I feel like Byron needed to pit with these guys because he
No,
doesn't have the long run speed.
No, I disagree because there's that.
He
You got to do
cost him.
something to kind of like if you have even worse tires than Blaney at the end, that's just going to make that differential even bigger.
True.
Oh, Bubba got the wall a little bit.
Bubba's scraping it.
Oh yeah.
Where's our stripe count? We ain't seen the stripe count in a while.
I need a count on the stripes.
I need to know how many stripes we've had. I got a drink.
Elliot's in.
Here comes.
And there he comes. Here he comes. William Byron is giving up the
Byron's
lead.
in the pits. Not yet.
There it goes.
Hamlin.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
Hamlin although Byron might have got across the line.
No, Hamlin got there.
Hamlin led the lap.
Did he?
The perfect game is dead.
I mean, even if he leads, like, let's say this is like, what, 3 laps, 4 laps, but Hamlin's probably going to stay out for a little bit.
Yeah, and it'll probably take Byron a little bit to catch Logano if there's no caution. That's the other. We'll see how far out behind Logano he comes because Logano's screaming down the front stretch right now.
Hamlin stays out.
Clean stop.
Carl Edwards is leading the race.
So let me look.
It's getting ready to wreck my boy.
Also, Reddick's ahead of Logano.
Bell's also ahead of Byron, by the way.
Logano's ahead of Byron. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, Bell passed Byron as well, like you said.
And they're right there about to get their laps back. We'll see if Byron's able to get by Bell pretty easily or if it takes him a little bit
These
more.
guys are.
Ooh, Byron almost drove right in the side of Hamlin. Jesus.
That speed differential is incredible.
Busher.
Yeah, but just the angle on it, it was like he forgot to turn left.
See, that's what I know people like complain about green flag runs, but at Darlington and Richmond, that's honestly the best part is whenever you have the cars on different strategies and that sort of stuff.
Joey Logano. Oh my God, Daniel Suarez is going to lead a lap too in this race, so it might be Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano. Well, I guess Joey Logano is guaranteed.
Tyler Reddick.
No, Reddick.
Yeah,
has Reddick pitted?
Yeah, Reddick already pitted. He's leading.
So Reddick's going to get the lead.
He's going to have the lead. Yeah.
Did he pit before Logano?
Yeah, he pitted or like right around Logano.
Suarez.
So Byron's going to have to pass
Italy.
at least 4 cars.
Reddick, yeah. And the next
Suarez.
46 laps, he's going to have to pass 3 cars.
Justin Haley, top 5.
Well, he's got to pit too.
I'm aware.
Reese
Joy,
is
that
up-
is. Oh my God.
Reese is up to 9th for now.
William Byron does have a fast Chevy. Justin, if you're just now tuning in, he is back out, and yeah, I think Blaney likes to go long. He's also someone who likes to go long, and he was having like the fastest car at the time. So
it's a 5.5 second gap for Byron to catch. But Bell ahead of him is on the least.
At least 3 cars.
By the way, Justin
Dylan
Larson is not still in the garage. He is back on the track. 100.
I just answered that.
Down.
I just answered that.
Oh,
now.
sorry, I didn't see it. Did you say it out loud?
Also has Cole
Yes.
Custer ahead of him as well.
I did not hear you say that.
Yeah, I don't know how well.
Is Austin Dillon? Austin Dillon needs to pit, right?
Dylan has.
Yeah.
Dylan has to pit.
Okay.
I hope Byron didn't watch the Duke game last night.
Gee, I think Byron might have.
He was watching a Liberty baseball game.
Well, they've had a royal screw up the other week.
I saw that.
Busher can get top 5 here.
They didn't put their ace on their 27-man roster, and he threw a pitch in one game, so they automatically had a forfeit.
The game.
They had to forfeit the game,
Yep.
Wow.
Awesome.
which ultimately cost them the series.
I was really looking for
Tyler Reddick.
to come running down onto the field.
It's my pick. Found the lead when it matters. Can he
It
hold
would
it?
be ironic.
And I love when the scoring pylon goes away when there's actually something now that could actually develop.
I know.
I'm about to say they had to be going to commercial.
So
Like,
Reddick's
right now.
running a 30.9 Byron a 30.8
Yeah,
as context.
Yeah, I don't know if there's
And
enough
what's the-
difference.
that's
in
not enough
size for him.
time. That's not enough time.
And Byron is stuck behind Cole Custer right now. He can't even get by that car.
You gotta love this car, right?
Love it.
30,
It's
31,
so
a 31
awesome.
to a 38. 31 to a 30. Ooh, Bell's actually running faster. 30.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to say Reddick. I mean, it's just Reddick's car kind of dropped off as well. Probably worse than the other three. Logano could probably get this as well. He's good on the long run. They played that
Can we get
perfectly.
T-shirts made?
Why on? I don't understand a full commercial on this laying the stage though.
Have they done side by side in the last half of the race?
They have
So
for like the end of stage 2 and stage 1, but not this. Interesting.
We need to get T-shirts made. Front stretch better in the long run.
Better in the long run. Logano's 5 seconds back. No, he's actually losing time. Oh my. Tyler Reddick might steal this race. Thanks to good strategy.
And sesame seeds.
and sesame seeds.
A legend of Peter Zahut.
Kevin Harlan doing this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's a great shot. Slow-mo of Byron just spitting out Gatorade. Beautiful.
Yes, UFL football.
Yuck.
Yeah, man. Was that Wade Phillips coaching?
Yeah, I
Looked
think he's
like
the
it.
head coach of San Antonio.
Yeah, he coaches
Oh,
San
The
Antonio.
Brahmas, the team
Wade
named after The
Phillips.
Rock.
A great Texans defensive coordinator, by the way.
And that's what
Amazing.
Wade
Wade-
Phillips is known for.
Wade is a great coordinator. He is a crappy head coach, but he is a
Great
great
coordinator.
He's
He's-
like Vic Fangio.
Reddick's up 6
There
seconds.
you go.
He's running away.
But Logano is falling behind Bell and Byron.
I also
Bell,
does
then
this
Byron, yeah.
do
Byron's
cars
getting ready to
kinda,
go
whenever
by
they
Bell
pit,
here.
do they kind of fire off again like a short run? Because Reddick and Bell were both pretty good on the short run.
Yeah.
And then the longer it went, Byron was
Byron's
better.
going to get by Bell here in the next 10 laps. But the problem
Well,
is how far back's he going to be at
The
the end of that
23 is
10
going to
laps.
come by him. Is going to get by him first because he's on better tires. He's got to get his lap back.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to say, do you think that Bubba's just going to run? Is he going to run the teammate game here, possibly?
I wouldn't guess it.
Just get in front of the two of them and start weaving back and forth like he's trying to save gas.
Yeah, if we're gonna.
Since his
Martin
spotter
Phil.
got suspended the last time we saw this stuff, my assumption is that he's not going to do any of that.
Also, this is the first time because last week was the first week that Fox put in the fastest lap time graphic, and I've been waiting to see if that little timer thing stays next to him because Denny Hamlin had the lead and it just stayed next to him the rest of the race, and I've been curious to see what
Still there.
happens whenever the guy gets out of the lead. So good to know it stays there; they don't take it away.
Let's get
Right.
rare WNS or rare
What the heck
W.
is that guy behind Jordan doing?
He's doing this.
They're probably breaking down their last pit stop.
I thought he was talking about riding on a rough ocean.
Tyler Reddick looking to be the 10th different winner at Darlington. Where
Now,
we
if
all the trends.
just so people know, Reddick just ran a 31.1. Bell ran a 31.2. Same with Byron. So
He's gaining time.
Byron's stuck behind Bell right now.
Yep.
Priest
31
fell out of the top 10.
31.17, 31.52.
I have to look at. I'll say Blaney had the
Oh, man.
greatest car.
Oh, I thought he was going to be able
Oh!
to side draft him going down the
Oh
front.
boy.
If he'd been able to side draft him there, he'd have got by him.
Reddick
It'll take another
loving
couple
this.
laps.
Ty Gibbs is looking for his first top 10 this season too. He's 9th.
Incoming Ty Gibbs crash.
Yep.
If that happens right now, that's an all-time call.
I'm about to say I had an all-time. We had an all-time last week with Busher spinning.
Yep,
That
and there
was
goes
epic,
Wyatt.
brother. That was epic.
That's like Busher's fell from 6th to
Time for
24th.
Busher to have a wreck, and then they freaking pan to the screen, and Busher sitting there sideways with smoke coming off the car.
Lord have mercy.
Blaney is the fastest car on the track, I believe. I don't know how far back they are, but
He was about half.
Well,
a second
Hamlin
faster
and
than
Blaney are
Reddick.
on the best tires out
yeah.
of the leaders.
2.8 mile per hour faster a lap. And they're 11
seconds
11
back.
and a half seconds. They'll catch them by that math. But they got to pass Busher and Logano and Byron and Bell.
Yeah.
And also keep the pace up.
Probably not going to happen. Although Blaney's going to get by Hamlin here in a lap or two.
Yeah.
He's got that bottom
Blaney's-
lane of 3 and 4 working pretty nicely.
Blaney's going to turn it up.
Turn down for what?
Thank
Thank you.
The official theme song of J.J. Watt, greatest Texan of all time.
31.9, 31.5, Reddick versus Bell.
Zane Smith to 11th.
Slide job! Slide job!
Almost.
No, that was
Another commercial
almost. That
break.
was a slide job.
Can we be at least side by side?
Has
Hey.
Reddick's never won at Darlington, right?
No.
No, he's never won.
There you go. We're
He's
side by side.
been really good there. He's just never won.
He could have.
Side by side.
He was good.
He
pretty
could have won
good
last year.
Yeah. While he was sick.
There's a result of your slide job.
Let's say, didn't he have like a stomach bug or something
Yeah.
last year? Yeah.
We won the regular season championship.
This place screams Tyler Reddick winning as well.
Justin Reddick and Bell do not need to pit.
Well, this lap traffic's going to hurt.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. He is being swarmed.
But I think
That's going to help Blaney and I think Blaney and Hamlin are the guys you got to watch here.
No, I mean, Byron's too good. It's been too good.
I don't know.
He hasn't gained much.
Bubba Wallace right now.
I'm about to say he's having issues just getting by Bell right now.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say he's probably not gonna get by Bubba. I wonder if Bubba got past Bell because Bubba's on better tires.
Yeah, Bubba got by Byron, and Sam, I wonder where he's at. Although Reddick did just lose about a second right there.
Yeah, he is losing it here with these lap traffic. $25 to go. Blaney's 9 seconds back. And yeah, he's by Hamlin, obviously. So it's that 12 is about to set
slide
sail.
job. Slide job. Cindric getting ready to left rear.
31.6. Blaney 31.5. He slowed down a little bit. Barnes also at 31.5.
Oh, Blaney's trying to pass Busher. That's
Blaney
why
just went by Busher. And then Busher got him back. But here he goes.
Yeah.
Diving to the bottom. He will not do it in 1 and 2, but he will. Oh, yes, he is. Look out. Slide job. Slide job.
Not bad. Good pass.
Great pass.
Jacques Debris, where are
Yes.
you?
That'll be Jacques.
Jacques Debris,
You got to clear your throat.
Jacques Villeneuve.
Jacques.
Jacques Villeneuve was on the call for Formula One last night.
Yeah, it was something.
Was he?
That was that was a very boring race.
Blaney up to fourth.
And Blaney
He
trying to
is-
get by
Yeah,
Logano,
he getting by Logano.
and he's dragging Hamlin with him.
If Byron can't get by Bell, he's in some massive trouble.
Massive.
It's still just, I mean, it's 20 to go, and it's still 5 seconds between those two. He's gonna have to run some heavy traffic here.
The tough thing is that most of the traffic these guys are running into are guys on newer tires.
Yeah. Traffic, 100%.
So Byron has now led the most laps consecutively at Darlington at one time, passing
Yeah.
Richard Petty.
But see, he passed him with like 130 laps led at.
Petty's 236, Byron's 243.
Oh shoot, never mind. Very nice, very nice. Still only 5 seconds to Bell. 7.8 to Blaney. Coming out to 20 to go.
Yeah, he
Hey,
does have 20
Texas
to go.
Speedway.
The lap times are so weird too, because Byron will have a lap or two where he runs like a tenth faster than Bell, but then you look at the gap and it just looks the exact same.
Just watch that 12, man. 31-21 the last lap, 0.6 quicker.
I think Fox knows it's a battle between the 45 and the 12.
You think?
Yeah. That one was 0.4.
Since that's the graphic
Well,
we're looking at.
I think this is
Well,
also an indictment on the car, where the best car all day and one of the best performances we've seen in this era cannot even catch back up with better tires.
It's all about the air. Gotta have way better tires.
Wait.
6.5. I think no caution. Reddick's got it.
I don't know. Blaney's about to pass Byron and Bell.
Come on,
Yeah,
Nemechek.
but
We need to-
even then, Bubba's in between Reddick and Blaney.
But
And he's
Bubba
gonna give him hell.
he has better tires.
Yeah, he can defend his teammate. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, but he's not going to do that again.
You don't know.
Chastain did it with
No, I do know
much.
because he got fined for race manipulation last year. I'm
No,
going to do it.
Yeah. And you know who paid the fine, right?
And
That's not.
also
That
I
one's-
don't know if he wants
that's
to.
not race manipulation though. that's like-
It can be. I would just say he's probably not going to.
He knows
He's not
Reddick's
going
in the
to
lead.
overtly do it. He's also not. I mean, it's not. It's also not like Ryan Blaney's his best friend. Let's be real here.
So he's
There you go.
getting by
Byron.
Byron right
Back
now.
and forth. And he's going to go by Bell down here in
He's
3
gonna
and
go.
4.
This is a.
That's
I think,
that's
so. I
Toyota's
don't know about you
fault.
guys, but this is a pretty big indictment on this car.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Well,
mean,
and
I
then
agree.
What?
and then
Big
modern day
move.
Blaney made the
NASCAR-
right adjustments on the final pit stop.
Yeah, but Byron
Byron
should be
did not.
better.
Also,
Not if they made an adjustment that made him worse.
Byron hasn't been in dirty air all day.
Byron has better tires and still can't pass. But also, what's going to
Better
happen
tires
with
than who?
NASCAR is we're setting
And
up for a great
everybody.
finish between Blaney and Reddick, and then
Blaney has the best tires in the
field.
field right now.
Blaney also has the best long run car in the field.
Yeah, like it's gonna be close.
Yeah, he's got to do 0.4 a lap.
It's gonna be close. Just
But we're talking about this all just to see a caution come out with 3 laps left.
you never know.
With 6 laps to go.
All right, so Blaney is coming up on Bubba. So
Yep.
here we go.
I'm just saying if I know Blaney and Bubba are friends, but
I'm telling.
4 seconds. Oh, it's gonna be so freaking close.
Great telestrator work there.
I'm about to say he's got to get by Priest here to put him a lap down. Gain from another half a second. Woo-hoo-hoo. They got by him.
There are a lot of lap cars in between the two.
There's
Obligatory Michael Jordan shot.
I mean,
Why not?
Blaney's just so good at wrapping that bottom, though. He can just motor by everybody.
I mean, either one of these guys would make for the 10th different winner at Darlington. And Blaney's also been good here. He's had the Kyle Larson luck where he has a wreck or something take him out as well.
I think they said
He's had
earlier
that this
that
season.
he hasn't had a top 5 at Darlington ever in the next gen car. That's obviously going to change now. Didn't have a good lap there, only 110.
Not yet, my friend. Do not count those chickens, brother. We have been watching Blaney for too long.
Imagine a mechanical failure within 10 to go for Penske.
Reddick scraped the wall.
Oh, yeah, he hit the wall a little bit there.
Bubba is side by side
2.7.
with
There
Priest.
they go.
That's for position and the lucky dog, I believe. Shane Van Gisbergen top 20. Just realized that. He's staying on the lead lap ahead of him.
My bet is the 23 will pass him. Because SCG was like one of the first to pit.
Priest just pulled over.
Yeah, for Ford.
Yeah. Priest kind of hurt Blaney right there on the exit.
So what's Bubba gonna do here? He's running the bottom.
Well, he wants to stay in front of Blaney because he wants to pass the 45 to stay on the lead lap. Think about that too.
I'm gonna try to protect that lead.
Ooh.
Almost hit the
Dang.
wall there.
Go back.
No.
Why?
Why? No. I don't want to see
Jordan's
Michael
gonna throw
Jordan.
I mean, Reddick is scraping the wall
Ooh,
again.
that was a brush
Oh,
to the wall.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a brush to the wall right there.
Blaney's on the bottom there.
Can we show
Blaney
Blaney?
got around
Thank you. Look
Bubba.
at
He
that.
got
Wallace
around him.
moved over.
He got
No
around
Wallace
him.
cars
moved
in
over.
between.
He got by him. It's
8 to go.
clean air between him and Reddick.
He's going to catch him. Will he pass him is the question. He is going to catch him with about 3 or 4 to go.
I told you wouldn't.
I think he just got by him straight up. Good driving.
Well, he didn't. Oh, he got on the wall.
I didn't see. He might have. I think he didn't really gain a lot.
So these are the best 2 long run cars.
Oh, he's 1 point. No, he gained. He gained. He's gonna find him.
1.6. Come on, Blaney.
Here we go.
I'm assuming he means Toyota.
Toyo is my favorite manufacturer.
I think Blaney is definitely gonna touch him here.
I thought he was talking about the tire manufacturer.
1 second.
Here we go. I think
Six
Blaney's
to
got
go.
this.
Blaney's probably
What?
gonna get him here.
Was
Get
that the
stalled
sound
without
Blaney was
them.
making while he was driving right there?
It might be.
Man,
Blaney's been the
Half a
so,
second.
he
So
is-
he is coming.
He is
So,
freaking
here's-
and Blaney's coming.
Golly. He is flying.
And Blaney's
and
coming.
Here's an insane number. Blaney is the most efficient passer on intermediates right now this season at a 59.7% rate.
He's
Reddick
wrapping
hit the wall
that bottom. Reddick might have touched the wall there a little bit.
He's taking his line away.
Oh, what a block.
What
Oh
even
my
a defensive
gosh.
rank, by the way. No, Blaney's got him.
It's all right.
That was a crazy block.
Yeah, no. Defending Blaney with that
Oh,
bottom
I don't
lane
know why-
is just impossible. Oh,
It's gonna be 2 laps, 2 more laps.
he's just got to run that high line. Good.
He's clearly going to run the high line.
You won't get him in 1
Can
and
you
2.
wrap? Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
haven't
won't
seen him
get
wrap
him
the
in
bottom
1
like
and 2.
that.
Oh man.
Ooh, wow, he's just going straight up
Look at
past them. Wow.
Oh no.
Oh, Reddick in the wall. Oh, Larson
Red!
Larson Red again.
Oh
Are you
my
kidding
God.
me?
I think the 23 might have caused that one. I think the 23 might have caused
Wait,
that one. We're back.
That's 4 to
Crazy.
go. Larson Rex.
And-
4 laps
and-
into the race. Larson
So
Rex.
if they think the
Good
23,
Lord.
if they think it, if they think the 20
Oh my God. Can we please
Same
show it?
spot.
Please show
Same spot
a
in
23 and
like
a 5.
reciprocate laps into the race with 4 to
no,
go
that
and
time,
lap 4.
that time, I think he might have gotten an assist.
This-
Oh my
Oh.
God! So the 45
Now-
might have a tire go down.
Oh wait, yeah, maybe.
I thought that might have been what happened when he came
I
off
mean,
of
they're
2.
all gonna pit for tires though. They need to.
yeah, they have to. It's
That
I
actually
think,
helped
I think
Reddick.
Larson checked up and
Ooh, wow, he hit that hard.
yeah, Larson checked
Oh, I
up.
don't. Is that
Oh yeah, so he.
is
Oh,
that Bubba?
Yeah, that was an
Bubba wrecked
assist.
Larson behind him.
Was that Bubba behind him?
Yeah, it
Yes.
was.
He freaking wrecked him.
This-
Damn near killed him.
well, no. So wait? Here's the question: Did the 23 get the free pass?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Well,
of
no,
course.
because they could count him as part of the caution.
Yeah. Also, this would also be like the most William Byron win ever. This is how he
I'm
won
about
Las
to say
Vegas.
with
He
the number
dominated
one
early.
pit stall.
So after Tim
This would be the
Fedowa
most
told
Denny Hamlin one
after Tim
possible.
Fedowa told what happened to Blaney, he goes, "Ha, that's convenient."
Yeah, that is pretty convenient.
That is
Watch Chris Gale call for 2 tires on Hamlin, and Hamlin holds them off for 2 laps.
someone's gonna go 2.
Because I think
Kyle Busch can stay
he
out.
clearly got hit, right? Like Bubba.
Yeah, he
Wow.
got Oh, Bubba does get the free pass in 21st.
Ooh,
Yeah, 'cause he didn't actually wreck.
because it's a completely different
he wrecked
story if
him.
Larson spins out on his own again. But I don't think.
Well, the fact that
think
Reddick hit the wall in
and-
front, and there was probably a checkup by
Yeah,
Larson.
Yeah, I would not say Bubba did it on purpose. It's just ironic that it was the 23. And it was Larson in the same
There's-
exact spot he did earlier.
It's the most ironic wreck I've ever seen.
Because
He
ironic.
wrecked on lap 4.
it was
and
clear
it's
like
4 to
it
go.
was clearly Reddick off the wall. Larson reacted to it, and Bubba was just keep going. And
Oh, this pit crew for the 12 needs to step up.
all right, don't spoil it.
I thought you were watching on your computer.
we
No,
still
No, I'm still behind. I
So
got it
your
back on the TV.
Computer
I got
lag
it back on the
still?
TV.
Oh, okay.
No, I got it back on
I
the
got
TV.
you. So you quit watching Frozen? This is really hard.
Remember,
to
Reddick
talk
has a
about.
really good short run car too. Who's gonna take 2?
nobody. You can't. You have to take 4.
Oh, they
It's 2 laps.
It's,
Yeah, but I mean,
Reagan Smith won on 2 tires.
Ooh.
yeah, years ago, and that tire was
Move, Reddick! Reddick's in front. What about Byron? Oh,
Denny Hamlin just went Mach 3 going out of fucking pit lane.
Hamlin!
I called it.
I told you,
called
Denny
it.
Hamlin. I
Back
told you,
flipping
Cole
Dave.
was
Didn't
a
I
Denny
say that?
Hamlin win.
Did you not hear me say? I bet you the 11 is gonna win.
I told
I
you he's
did
gonna
not,
take
but
2
I also
tires
said
and
this
win.
would be this would be a Denny Hamlin win like this.
I told you he'd take 2 tires.
Oh
and
my
win.
gosh, Blaney's crew sold. He
Oh,
lost
Michael's
3
mad.
spots.
Mikey's mad.
I mean, I think he's got to feel good. Either
His
his co-owner is in.
his co-owner is in the lead.
So, do we think Reddick's car has damage from that hit to the wall? Because that's another.
Possibly.
Nah.
That new pit
He's
stop
all right.
might win Denny Hamlin.
What a stop!
What a
Oh
damn
my god,
stop.
the 24 had 24 is third. I was not even reading that right.
How did nobody take 2?
Because they're gonna
You gotta
my
roll the
gosh.
dice, man.
tires are so old, they're
gotta roll
gonna
the
get
dice.
wrecked or they're gonna finish 25th.
Well, those guys are just taking waiver rounds.
Honestly, this is, there's some times where you can say a pit crew lost you a race. I think there's a legitimate argument that a pit crew lost Ryan Blaney this race.
100%.
Because
Yeah.
I would say bad strategy lost
More
it for
than
Byron.
once.
He overcame a bad pit crew and got the lead.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came
And they
over a
just screwed
horrible
him
pit
again.
crew, and
Yeah.
now he's coming out 2 spots back.
I told you, every time we get these great long run like action where the guy barely nets out
Same
in front,
spot.
Same spot, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go.
So
Ain't no
Hamlin
way.
Hamlin has the 3rd best pit crew all year. This is according to Auto Racing and Analytics, and has maintained his position on 80% of the restarts this year.
I
I
want
mean-
to see Denny Hamlin do that damn bad backflip.
there's no way he's not doing a backflip, but it would be really funny.
Honestly, that was such a good pit stop that it wasn't even close.
Wow.
Well, to
All
be
right.
fair, did you see him launch out of his pit stall? Because again, it looked like he was speeding.
So yeah, but he wasn't. He didn't get caught at least. Well,
Denny,
that might be something he knows where the things
I
are.
was gonna say, I'm curious if he is just across the timing line, so he knows
but-
that there's no timing line.
By the way,
between him and
Jeff Gluck went back and watched the in car, and he said that Larson clearly just slammed on brakes as soon as Reddick hit the wall.
Figured.
Okay.
Which that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No, I
There's
agree.
no way. Like
I would never say there's no way. I
But-
would never say that.
that is too, after a guy who got fined already for race manipulation, that is too obvious race manipulation to do. It would have been easier to have been like block Blaney a little bit, so it'd be like, I'm trying to get my lap, and argue that be like, I'm trying to catch Reddick to get my lap back. I have to keep every car behind me possible, than just wrecking the car that's multiple laps down.
How many attempts this is about to take?
I think one.
One.
This is not the
saying
Xfinity series.
I'm gonna say 2.
And we don't have like a raw. If Reddick and Blaney were beside each other after that, I could maybe say, but because Blaney did kind of force Reddick up the groove there.
Well, like you said earlier, Reddick might.
Hey, that dude's rocking
Reddick-
an old school. I think it might be Tony Stewart. Old
Hey, no
Depot.
spoilers for Trey.
Thank you.
I'll try. All right,
I'll try.
I'll try.
Just say,
This is
just
hard
don't
to-
mention names.
Oh,
Hard to
that
do
one
a
guy.
Oh my
really-
God, they're spinning already.
Look at that one car going in front of the other car. Oh my God.
Oh
And now
my
he's
gosh,
going
they
back.
didn't get
I'm
going.
just taking my headphones out.
race car drivers are racing. Oh, he actually
Green
took
flag.
his
What a
headphones out.
restart for Hamlin.
And there's your launch. There's your launch.
That's all she
We
wrote.
know Blaney doesn't have a good short
It's
run car.
it's over. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh my.
Whoa.
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 They're gonna be 3 wide for freaking second.
They were. Not
Bye bye, Hamlin.
Have a nice time, Denny. Go ahead and eat a hamburger while you're out there leading this thing.
Wow. Yep. Ty Gibbs might get his first top 10.
Oh, yeah,
And Denny Hamlin's just going to steal this race thanks to that new pit stop. Wow.
That's modern NASCAR. You don't want to be the dominant car because it's not going
Back to back. Back to back.
Winner.
All right,
Win.
backflip time.
Yeah, let's see a
Backflip
backflip.
time.
I guarantee that's not happening.
Ty Gibbs gets his first top 10 of the season.
I mean, oh God, stop showing that graphic.
What? Put his hair back on, Fox.
Zane Smith in 12th.
Hey, SVG top
Hey,
20.
Who
Gonna
who
lost
runs
a lot
the
of time.
prediction game? Is it Nolan? No, Steven.
Steven. Oh, Ryan Priest was nowhere near it.
Hamlin, throwback. got the points. Finally called a winner.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
That pit crew, man, credit to that pit crew. That's who won in this race.
That looked like Frank Kimmel coming in there to shake that guy's hand.
Hey, so, oh yeah, could be 3 straight because Denny did win the spring
goes
Bristol race last
Ashley
year.
Ennis going down there to
true.
console Byron.
That pit crew is celebrating hard because they know they won this race for them.
They know they won that race.
Yeah.
So here's the final results. Hamlin wins, Byron second, Bell third, Reddick fourth, Blaney fifth, Busher sixth, Chastain seventh, Elliott eighth, Gibbs ninth, and Kyle Busch 10th. Good news for William Byron. You are now still you have a 49-point gap in points over Denny Hamlin. So that's pretty interesting. Kyle Larson drops 4 places in points today.
Oh Lord.
And if the playoffs started today, keyword today, AJ Allmendinger would make the playoffs.
Wow.
I think.
Austin Cindric comes home 11th.
Wait, no, he wouldn't.
Zane
No, he wouldn't
Smith
because
is 12th.
Josh Berry is 20th in points, so he would have jumped in.
Oh, okay.
So actually, Kyle Busch would be the last one in.
Austin Cindric 11th. Zane Smith 12th. Joey Logano 13th. Todd Gilliland 14th. Sway Rez in 15th. Ty Dillon 16th. Eric Jones 17th. I didn't see who was 18th and 19th.
AJ Allmendinger was 18th.
Gisberg is 20th.
Well, boys, that means that will do it. So Byron dominates. I think a theme of this season, and we can talk more about this throughout the week with all our content. The dominant car continues to not win these races. I think outside of Hamlin at Martinsville, you could make a legitimate argument the best car did not win the race in any of them. So, pretty interesting season so far. But
And
that will do it.
How late is the caution each time? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, that will do it for today. Michael Jordan talking to Tyler Reddick, but I think he feels pretty good that the winner is Denny
With
Hamlin.
Claire B taking the shot.
Claire B. Lang right there in the shot.
Peter Strata, I think, is right there too. Shout out. All right. That will do it. That will do it for this. Hamlin goes back to back. Signing off for now. We'll be back next week for the race at Bristol. And is that cheers for Denny Hamlin?
Cheers.
Last week.
I don't know.
It was mixed. It was a mix last week. At Caleb Barnes _ at Wyatt W Racing, at MNEF Short Track, at Trey Lyle VT. Signing off for now. Adios, muchachos.
Sayonara.